In the last session, you guys put together your plans to bring down the city. Gerald met with several nobles and thoroughly convinced the Lamaforts and the Lightons about the cabal of nobles taking over the city, that through the events, both calculated and unintentional, have morphed into a mix of a secret society of werewolves in with the nobility, going by the silly sallies that are also a religion or cult trying to take over the empire. Jadir set fire to the Wildingham estate, and Gerald disguised himself as a guard and got all the other guards high on delirium netherite mixed into drinks. The Dragonborn Rebellion has moved in with their cart for the planned heist on the barracks. Gerald, disguised as Hap, the recently promoted slave overseer, has opened the gates to the academy campus for the rebellion, while Jadir has decided to return to the Wildingham estate to observe the fruits of his terrorism. Welcome to session 13, lucky number.
We're gonna get absolutely fucking screwed over by something here. I'm calling it now.
I love how you phrased it as terrorism.
I mean, that's really what it was.
It is.
Well, technically, a rebellion is just a glorified terrorism act.
Jadir is a freedom fighter.
Yeah.
He's not.
That's also what the terrorists say. We're freedom fighters.
I think somebody believes he's a freedom fighter. Jadir does not.
Gerald does not.
All right.
So what's going
Gerald,
on right now?
You have opened the Jadir, you have you're currently watching as Hap, the slave overseer, Gerald in disguise, is pushing open the golden gates to the university campus to lead the cart in, led by several completely regular, non-suspicious looking humans and a donkey.
Sorry.
Extremely.
Was this something that I was watching?
Well, you made it back to where Gerald... Yeah, so you're currently at where Gerald... I don't think you've approached him yet, but...
You went back, but...
Yeah.
It was my understanding that I went back to observe the scene of the crime. But if you want to position me here for the heist, that's also fine. I just want to know what's actually going on.
You can be like... Okay, so what happened last session is that you set fire to the estate. Then you went back into town, and you have yet to return to the estate. So we ended the last session with you being in town, and then going back to look at the estate.
Okay.
That you set fire to.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. Oh no! Why do I feel that? Okay. No, I'm not gonna give the DM any ideas.
So I have seen the scene that you just described.
Yes.
Okay. Jadir will sidle along the buildings and approach.
You move towards the cart going in through the...
Yeah, the cart, yeah.
Okay.
If I see this, I would try to approach them, without drawing attention to myself, if that's possible.
You casually approach in your tiefling form the cart moving through the university gates, led by Hap. Gerald, you notice Jadir approaching.
Yeah, Gerald was expecting Dragonborn, to be fair. He was half expecting Dragonborn, so he's a bit cryptic about this, but still kind of understanding, but he kind of just looks at Jadir, kind of wanting him, like he's not saying much, but he's like kind of nodding his head towards the people.
Is the cart filled with Dragonborn or totally normal everyday humans?
The cart is So there's 4 humans walking along the outside of the cart, led by the donkey. The cart itself is some sort of very... it looks like the back of a truck, really. There isn't anything in it right now. It's completely empty.
Huh.
I mean, a wooden back of the truck. It's not like they're rolling in with the back of a Ford.
I think Judea would approach, and then if there's no one around or they seem to be distracted,
you notice about 60 unconscious guards lying on the porch of the dorm.
I am innocent. I plead innocence. They did this to themselves.
It appears there's some terribly misfortunate souls passed out up ahead. Do you know anything about that?
Who, me? Or are you talking to me or the guys dragging the wagon?
Everybody. Just asking the question out loud.
The humans look at Hap and then back at the tiefling. One of them reaching into their coat. Gerald, you see their hand on what looks to be a dagger. One of them walks up to you. Should we take care of
him? They're asking me. Oh God. I just kind of look at them and just goes, I don't say anything. I just say, he's with Kilgarath. I wouldn't recommend it. I say the name as I think it is said, but
Kilgarath.
I am still acting with a thick accent, so it still plays out.
Okay.
Fuck you. I have an accent. Stop judging me.
He releases his hand and kind of relaxes his posture again, nodding at you, Jadir, before continuing to walk with the moving cart.
Okay. That confirms that they're not just random strangers that decided, hey, look, the gates are open. Let's go steal this stuff. That would have been a very dick move. I was half expecting that, to be fair. But yeah, I kind of just look at Jadir, and I just, still with the same accent. So, how did the fireworks show turn out?
You looked better with the beard.
Real life?
Savage.
Are you talking about real life?
Anyways, if you peer on the horizon, well, huh?
Just as a player, I'm saying this. Dan will remember this.
And Jadir just gives you a pointed smile while pointing at the inferno that is peeking at the horizon.
You guys are making me regret shaving my fucking beard.
Good.
My Icelandic friends make fun of my beard. My foreign friends make fun of me not having my beard. There is just no winning.
No win.
It is the cycle of the beard. There is no win.
Perhaps if you keep a nice scruff.
Well, that's the thing. I just shaved like 2 days ago.
But yeah, that was very much in character.
Yeah.
I suppose Hap didn't have one. And that was the comment.
Yeah, sure, fuck you.
So you guys lead the cart through the old university campus and past the guards all high out of their mind, laying out on the porch of the repurposed dorms. The barracks comes into view, a sturdy building that stands out from the dragonborn architecture around you as clearly being built by humans. The stonework is much sloppier, and there is little care put into the building's appearance. The structure itself is a rectangular shape, and there are 2 entrances on either side, each a closed wooden door, and there's a large silver plaque on the front reading Wildingham Barracks.
Gerald, please tell me you know where our target is at.
I switched from the accent. Are you talking about the, goods, or...?
Yes.
Well, let me put it this way. I've not been able to do much checking out as...
He has no idea. All right, gentlemen, we're gonna have to do the finding.
He kind of looks...
One of the humans looks at you. You have no plan?
No, he kind of looks... No, we're going inside. I'm just making sure that random bypassing people don't look at and points at the people that are outside.
What if there's a bunch of guards in the barracks?
Oh, trust me, I've duly made sure that they are incapable of doing much.
Trust me, the best plan is to not have one. Shall we, gentlemen?
Nervously, one of them nods their head.
All right, I suppose. After you, Hap.
Shouldn't I keep guard in case anyone comes around?
Oh, fine. I mean, there's already 60 people lying on the ground. There's a fireball on the horizon. Look, I'll take the extra pair of hands.
You know what? They're all unconscious, right?
The guards on the porch.
Yeah, they're
not. I don't
not.
know if there's any more.
All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go, and anyone that's on the porch, I'm just gonna drag them inside, Metal Gear style, and just kind of dump them in a pile.
You make a perception check as you do this.
Oh God.
You know, from an organizational point of view, it's kind of hard to take the goods and then have to jump over bodies on the way out of the door.
I'm putting them just so they're inside so we can hide them. I'm just making it so they're not visible.
The dorms are separate from the barracks.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm not going to go in there and just be like, hey, with the supplies. Perception, that's a 12.
12. You notice out of the corner of your eye a girl that looks to be maybe 15 or so watching you from the gates of the university drag these unconscious guards by the feet one by one over the course of 15 minutes or so into the dorms. So this is probably 50, 60 feet off at the gate's entrance.
Wait, quick question. What kind of clothes is that girl in?
She looks to be wearing a school uniform.
I can't believe I have to do this. Back to hat mode, I guess. I kind of just walk over and what is going on here?
As you look up and start moving towards her, she runs away into the crowd of the city.
Yeah, I just kind of as she's running away, I'm just saying, "Drunk on the job again," so she can hear it.
You yell out, "Drunk on the job again!"
No, I'm not because I'm aware that she will hear me as she's running. Yeah. Basically, he was prepared for it, so as she is he's
roll deception.
And I'm and I'm continuing yammering and oh, I think I still have the proficiencies, don't I?
Yeah.
The spell.
That would be yes.
Thank God I have an advantage. Deception. That is a 21.
All right. Good to know.
And he's just no, I'll make sure your superiors hear about this.
What are you guys doing?
Jadir's kind of just like pointing at the two. Barracks. The dorms. We'll check out the barracks, I think. I have a good feeling about it. Oh, shall
Which
we?
entrance are you going in through?
Whichever is closest.
Okay. You wheel around to the right side of the barracks. Gerald, are you with them? Or is this happening while Gerald's dragging the bodies?
I'm assuming that is happening while I'm dragging the
This
body.
is while he's taking care of it.
All right, you come to a wooden door. The entrance.
Someone else is gonna have to kick this down. I don't actually. Wait. Would it be locked? Jadir is gonna try to attempt to open it.
You turn the doorknob and the door opens. The small room is littered with junk and a few weapons lazily leaned up against the wall. There's a curtain blocking your view through the layered stone blocks into the next area, but you can hear soft snoring coming from the other side. You should probably get those weapons. Some of the humans start coming into the room and slowly piling weapons to lay around and stack like 4 like swords, glaives, spears, stuff like that onto the bottom of the cart. They're looking at you.
He is going to proceed further into the room beyond the curtain.
You open up the curtain and see 2 unarmored men dressed in unclean garbs of the king's men lay sleeping. One leaned up against the back wall, and the other with his head slouched in a chair. Just like, there is a bulletin board on the front of the room which has schedules for training shifts and other lesson plans for new recruits, and the mantra, "Train hard, mastery of the blade is its own reward."
Believing that they are under Netherbite influence, Jadir is going to simply walk past them.
Roll stealth.
This is without effort to
Okay.
remain quiet.
Then roll a disadvantage.
Great. 10.
10. All right. So what was the sound of kind of humming and occasional clanks of metal with some of the snores being the ambience of this room, the 2 men sleeping still, despite your lack of stealth, take no notice of you. However, you do hear from the door in the back, you can hear another curtain separating off another chamber. The sounds of kind of like some slight metal clanking, jingling, and someone humming to themselves. There are 2 exits to this room, by the way. One on the left, which is the curtain, to another door, and then the one in the back of the room that one of the guards is leaning up against, snoring, which is also curtained. Francis would love this place.
So I was trying to go through the first or the second curtain area that you described.
The place. Oh yeah. Okay.
So-
This is a new room.
Okay.
There's 3 exits, including the one you came through.
All right. Where's the snoring coming from? Or like the
This
clinking?
room, the clinking is coming from the back area.
The back area. I will avoid that then.
Okay. So you're gonna go through the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. So this room looks to be another very small room, very similar to the first room you entered in, but with considerably less weaponry lying around. Another wooden door marks the exit to this one.
All right. So there's no exits other than the one I just used. Is it a dead end or no?
Well, there's a wooden door in this room.
Okay. Then I will proceed further in, try to see if there are bigger caches of weapons.
You open up the door, and it leads to the outside other entrance of the barracks.
Jadir kind of turns around, sees if the humans were following him.
The humans are following you like NPCs.
Okay. Shall we check out the clinking noise?
They nod at you and begin to walk with you.
All right. And Jadir just opens up the door.
All right.
To the area with the clinking.
Okay. This room is much longer than the center one, likely going from end to end of the barracks, and hosts a myriad of armor and weaponry. There's a set of stone stairs leading down to the main floor. A smaller man in silver armor that doesn't quite fill out that set of armor walks down the hallway from armor to armor. He looks to be polishing it while humming a tune to himself. He looks to be maybe 16. It takes you a second, but you recognize this song as one that Gerald wrote, just being hummed slightly out of tune.
Amateurs.
God damn it. Where has that influence not gone? Even I'm at this point is like, okay, this is becoming a bit too much.
My heart beats for you.
Will you shut up?
Who are you? And he's reaching like anxiously for a short sword that she pulls out and points at you. Who are you?
The moment he reaches for it, Jadir will just firebolt his face.
Oh, this poor man. All right, make an attack roll.
22?
22, yeah, that's a hit.
Poor kid.
Or 11 fire damage?
11 fire damage. This fireball, you hold out your hand and the streak of fire just shoots out, impacting him directly in the face. He screams out, holding up the charred flesh of the side of his face. The 4 humans all run through the curtain and jump on him, pinning him to the ground and beating him unconscious.
You saw him. He was attempting to draw a sword.
This
well
is
done.
This is one of the few times where I'm like, you thought what I did was bad. You thought me.
You're just while this is all going on, Gerald is dragging unconscious bodies.
I didn't kill them, at least. I drugged them,
as far
sure.
As you know.
They overdosed. It turns out that black rum actually increases the effect of nether.
It might be.
Their brain is leaking out of their nose. And I'm like, oh, they're just unconscious.
You have like pyro vision.
Jadir will walk up the stairs.
Walk up the stairs?
Yeah.
The stairs go down.
Oh, the stairs go down.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
Okay.
Dragonborn in disguise are currently now that this like 16-year-old kid is scorched and unconscious, beaten, probably dead. The guards have, or not the guards, the Dragonborn humans have begun taking out weapons and armor sets and moving them to the cart stationed outside the barracks. Are you descending while they're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's anything further down here.
You slowly creep.
Noise alerted some people. I don't know.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
No. At this point, I've made a bunch of noise.
Okay.
Dude fell in armor. Yeah.
Yeah. Coming down the stairs, you find yourself in a much larger room with enough weapons to arm the entire military. The Wildingham's reputation has certainly lived up to those expectations. The room itself is much larger than those above. There are weapon racks and armor racks neatly lined up, creating a library-like matrix of equipment.
Wow.
Jadir's gonna pick up 2 short swords and then just like come up the stairs.
You come up the stairs. As you approach the weapon rack, you hear some voices kind of echoing from the back of the chamber. And it's kind of muffled, but it says like, I don't know, I've been a bit on edge lately, Ian, with the supposed emerging of cults. It's this cult of silly sallies and the recent chaos in town. I just don't think now is the best time to start demanding better wages. I understand your concern, Lee, but there's always something going on here. Be it the rebellion or the Telsvarums rising in the city or a year of bad crops, there won't ever be a right time to protest. You say this, but this is a more chaotic time than we've ever seen before. I feel like at any minute something worse is gonna happen. You worry too much, man. Brad Bice is the only home I have. There isn't even anywhere to go from here. Cassia and Brad Bice are the only...
Slowly gonna close the door.
Alright, you're back on the stairs.
It just walk up slowly, and then if there are any of the humans around, point down to the area. It's possibly 2 or more people, and lots of weaponry.
They look at each other and look at you. Should we fight or try and stealth in and assassinate?
We go down there and we make quick work of them.
They nod to each other and
How else
come to you.
We're gonna carry all those weaponry without them noticing?
Like,
Man,
they pull bows off their backs and knock arrows.
wow.
Jadir goes to the front of the door and is readying to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp should somebody approach him.
Okay.
Or like should somebody he can see appear.
So you see, did you open the door?
Yeah, I open the door.
Okay. You
and shout, there's free booze.
roll deception.
Wait, do you have any of it?
19.
19. You yell one voice out, Cole, is that you? Really? And two guards start swiftly jogging towards the source of the voice. They immediately stop in confusion upon seeing a tiefling with 4 humans they don't recognize, all wielding bows with arrows knocked. Swiftly, the four disguised dragonborn quickly pull the arrows to their cheeks and loose them upon the guards, which 2 arrows into each of them, just sticking out of their neck.
Wow, these are some accurate dragonborn.
Beer! And collapse.
You never tempt a man with free booze.
Huh? There's plenty to pick up here. All right, shall we get going?
Let's go. They move forward. Arrows knocked once more, stealthily creeping through the chamber. They one of them, the last one in the line, they're like, we'll take this out from the back. You start unloading these weapons into the cart.
I'm not very strong. I mean, I can carry 1 or 2 at a time.
Yeah, do that.
Let me go through the rooms and you can do the heavy lifting. Huh?
Okay, sounds good. Some of the Dragonborn start unloading weapons.
I like my own interception on this, or whatever the word is, where it's like he's like, I'm not very strong. They look at him and go like, oh, oops, because he's still like, it's not that long since he lost all his blood almost.
I still have 6 strength.
You can have your 8 strength back.
Score.
It's still funny because it's just like weekly. I can kind of help.
If there's any rooms beyond that, Jadir is going to quickly throw open doors without care.
You explore the perimeter of the room. You don't notice any more doors. You hear several footsteps kind of walking along the back of the room. What look to be guards, confused and ready to fight. As like, did you hear that? As they start moving towards, and upon seeing the bodies filled with arrows of their comrades, are holding up their shields, looking around, swords drawn and in hand. You don't notice any more doors around here, but you notice in the very back of their room what looks to be a set of gold and white armor on a stand within a glass display case.
Oh no.
I will Maximilian's Earthen Grasp the fella who's closest to me.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Oh, I was half expecting something else. All right.
I got an 11.
Nice.
Probably not.
Okay. You got an 11? Well, you have a surprise round. So...
Then I will grasp away.
Alright, is that a save?
It is a strength save.
Okay. That would be a 7.
It is 6 bludgeoning damage.
Wait,
6 bludgeoning damage. A shadow of the guard reaches up and grabs them, squeezing him. One of them trying to like slice and wildly squirm, caught in this grasp of the hand. The other guard, panicking, sees you and starts running towards you. He charges forward and takes a swing at you with his long sword.
Face of concern.
That is a 17 to hit.
That easily hits. As Jadir turns back around. Humans!
Humans! You take 11 points of slashing damage as he slashes his sword into you with panic and fury. The other guard is going to...
I am almost bloodied at this.
Oh my god! How much HP do you have?
39. I got hit to 24. I already took some damage.
He did roll
from
max damage.
Jumping off a roof, however.
So...
I love the fact that I've not been like, yes. What am I doing at this point?
You're still... You just finished dragging bodies.
I like to imagine that I've all put them in bed or like in like a drunken position. So it just looks like
it's like some crazy orgy.
I put one on top of another, put their hands awkwardly.
Imagine, like, in medieval times, a gay orgy of 60 guards. Like...
And Gerald has taken the time to arrange things this way. It's wonderful.
Hey, I'm very agile, so I did it quickly.
Oh, yes, you are. So that is a 14 for the strength saving throw for the guard caught in the grasp, using his turn to try and escape.
No.
He is unable to escape.
Unless you want to make it like a contested check to break out against your spell safeties. Yeah. No can do.
So he is unable to break free of the grasp. One of the Dragonborn drops the things he's carrying and launches an arrow towards the guard that's attacking you right now. And misses. The arrow clinking against the wall, fracture. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. I needed to make a con save. I crit fail, so the guard who was restrained should have been free.
Oh, okay.
Because I got
he
hit by the sword
he would have
strike,
been freed on his turn. In which case, he is going to run at you and also attack you. That is a good roll. That's a 22 to hit.
Wow.
That's only 10 more than needs to.
For 3 points of damage. Sorry, no, 4 points of damage. More of the Dragonborn dropping what they're doing to come help you next round. But for now, it is your turn.
I am in melee range. Okay. I am going to...
You're about to get TPK'd by guards.
I'm going to Misty Step into the far corner of the room behind my Dragonborn allies.
Okay, nice.
And fire bolt the guard who I already grasped before.
All right.
Critting on my roll.
Oh, nice.
Hey!
That is 20 fire damage.
Yeah?
What?
You, as the sword slashes through you, in panic, you disappear into a vapor of steam, recondensating into your tiefling form 30 feet back. Holding your hands together, Dragon Ball Z style, this flaming sphere appears in your hands, and you just launch it forward, streaking through the air, detonating upon the impact on one of the guards, their face just completely incinerated, leaving like this steaming, decapitated neck. He just falls to the ground, the other guard staring in horror at his scorched comrade. Ah, shit. There's my Wi-Fi. Oh, there we go. I'm back.
You're next. That's it for Jadir.
All right. Guard number 2's turn is going to move the 30 feet to come at you and take another slash.
Yeah, hey, they were trained well. Always go for the spellcaster.
That's gonna miss though. That's a 5 to hit.
That's a 5. Wonderful.
He charges towards you, leaping through the air and jamming his sword into the ground as you nimbly step out of the way. Two of the Dragonborns are gonna take shots at him with a bow. The first one missing, the second one impacting him in the shoulder for 7 points of piercing damage. As blood begins to spill out, and he looks at you and at the guards around him and ready for demise, but he's not going out without a fight. Jadir, it's your turn.
I suppose if he's already roughed up, I would take my dagger and hit him with it, trying to hit his neck.
All right.
Slice his throat. Ow.
Cut his jugulars!
That's a 9 to hit. I'm just probably doing more harm than good at this point.
You go to slash at him, but it gets stuck in one of the notches in his armor between plates, and you use your turn struggling to get it out, swearing at yourself.
I should have known better.
Quick question.
Yes.
How far am I? Because, well, first of all,
It is at this point that Gerald emerges down into the room, hearing the chaos.
Okay, so I heard it. I was gonna
Yes.
ask. Otherwise, it would have been cheating. Like, you know.
You would have definitely heard this.
Jadir has been shouting at humans for some reason.
The guards have been screaming, "Humans, help me! Hello, fellow humans!"
The Dragonborn must be loving it. Hello, fellow human. Dost thou breathe fire as well?
Oh, it's the guard's turn. He is going to attempt to slash at the arm that you got stuck in his armor.
When should I roll initiative, by the way?
Right now.
Right now? All right. I would like... Okay, the initiative check doesn't work on the side, so I'm just going to roll 1d20 plus 4. I got 13.
Nice. Okay. Well, you're after this guy. If he's, so that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yes, I mean 17 does hit.
Okay. For 5 points of slashing damage. As he slashes the sword across, slicing open one of the veins on the back of your forearm. Gerald, it's your turn. You're seeing your friend get cut up pretty bad. Yeah.
I'm going. I'm going to healing word 3rd level him with a bonus action. So that is 3d4. I have to remember is your spellcasting. So 3d4 plus. What is my spellcasting? Oh yeah, 4. Right. Sorry. Okay. Plus 4. So he heals for 11 points of damage.
I am barely out of bloodied range.
And how many guards are there?
There is just the one
who's slashing at my wrist.
3 guards are dead. One of them, their head's completely scorched.
I take out my crossbow, light crossbow, and aim for the head.
Make an attack roll.
I'm so lucky I have so much dexterity. So it's 13 plus 6, so 19.
That hits.
Yay! And then damage, that would be 6.
6 damage. The arrow streaks through the air, impacting the side of this guy's skull, piercing right through to the other side, bone chunking under the weight of the arrow. He falls to his knees at your feet, Jadir. You have killed all the guards.
I immediately rush to Jadir, and then like, are you alright? Are there any wounds? And I check on the other Dragonborn as well. Like,
the Dragonborn are already going back to raiding.
And he's like, alright.
Excitedly pillaging.
I'm more or less fine. My suit isn't.
Yeah. Like, how does he look right now?
Yeah, how much HP are you at? I mean,
I'm at 26. It was a 15 of a max of 40.
Manageable. He's all right. He's not in the best of conditions.
Is he bloody?
Just showing his suit that has been torn at the wrist now.
Yeah, he got a really nice suit fucked up. That's a real bummer.
Is it bloody though?
The suit.
Like, is there blood around him?
Yes.
Yes.
I would like
he got sliced up.
Yeah, I'm just asking because some people rule it differently. Okay. I would like to use precipitation to get rid of the blood, so it just looks like he got cut, like the clothes got cut.
All right, the blood is pulled out of the suit into a ball and then dropped down onto the ground.
All right. They're dead. So how's the status right here? I just finished hiding all the bodies.
Jadir will just gesture at all the weaponry around, and then say, oh, there's a very shiny looking suit of armor in a glass case over there.
I feel like you've earned it.
I would know what to do with it.
Okay, should I go as well? Let's go look.
Yes.
The two of you, leaving the Dragonborn to do all the work, run to the back of the room to look at this display case of probably the most beautiful armor you have ever seen. Just glistening white and silver, the most incredible metal you've ever seen, with gold designs and beautiful depictions all over it.
Is it is it like in a display case, like glass one?
Yes.
Are there any pebbles or anything that I can throw around?
No, but there's a lot of weapons.
Can I just take a dagger off, like after making sure there's nobody in this room, right?
There's nobody else in this room.
Yeah. Can I just take a dagger and throw it at the case?
Yeah.
I guess quite skillfully since dexterity.
Make an attack roll.
All right. Dagger. If you throw a dagger, does the attack change at all, or?
I don't think so.
All right. Then I'm just gonna throw it. 21. Does damage, of course. 4 damage.
What was to hit?
I'm just hitting the middle of the case just to see. Like, I'm trying to destroy the display case.
No, the glass has an armor class.
Oh. That would have been good to know.
I don't need to. I don't care about damage.
It's 21 to hit.
21 to hit?
21.
You hit. The dagger flies through the air. You toss it gracefully as it streams through and breaks right into the glass, jutting out, large cracks forming around it. The glass has not shattered, but it has substantially been fractured around the point of entry.
Okay, I kind of look at him and go, well, I got good news and I got bad news. Good news doesn't seem to be protected by a spell. Bad news is I'm going to have to lockpick.
Is that how you do it? How do you know with a dagger?
I don't know, I heard it in a story once. It's spell of warding or something. Basically, if it hits anything, it blows up.
Delayed explosion. Just kidding.
It makes no sense for Jadir, so he's gonna go up close and see if there's anything magical about the case or the armor that he can
make an Arcana check.
Suddenly, delayed explosion.
10.
You don't sense any spellcraft.
Well, seeing this, the glass has already been shattered.
Is it shattered? Or
it's heavily fractured, but the glass has not been completely shattered.
Yeah. Then
with the butt of his dagger, he's just gonna start knocking on the click case.
You easily just you're able to break in the glass, creating this kind of rigid, sharp outline of glass around the broken container.
While he's doing that, I want to go to the. Quickly before, as he's doing that, I quickly ask him, "Are we giving the Dragonborn this?"
Why not? I can't use it.
Right. And I can't use it. Give me a second then. I kind of run back to where one of the Dragonborn. I'm not shouting, but in hey, can one of you come?
Sure.
We found something that I think will be of huge value to you guys.
One of the Dragonborn follows you back.
Yeah, and I kind of show him the armor, which Jadir is tick, 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 tick.
Yeah. As Jadir has fully broken the glass down, he's like, "Oh wow, this is beautiful. This is master craftsmanship."
Right, stand back as I take it down. Might be something wrong with it.
You do you.
Jadir will attempt to hoist it, and it will likely be too much for him to carry.
Make a strength roll.
I feel so bad for Jadir.
7.
7. You're like, what? I'll take care of this. As you step a foot into the display case and wrap your hands around the armor, and I got this. You don't got it.
Wait, is the Dragonborn not able to lift it either?
No, this is just Jadir telling him that he got this.
I would say it's a spell, but look, just whatever. Let's not talk about
Do you
it.
need some help?
Jadir just walks away.
One of the Dragonborn steps in, puts his arms around the armor and pulls the arms out of the display, and then hoists the armor off, holding it in his hands, setting it down on the floor.
Yeah, he kind of just looks, do you need help with that, or?
I can take it.
All right. Have we scouted the entire building at this point?
At this point, yes.
Okay. I will then... I think I have one left. But I'm not sure if it's... Actually, no. I have a couple of second level spells left. Yeah. I have 2 second level spells, and I have 1 third. So I'm gonna use enchantability on myself, and give myself, where is it? Bull's Strength. Utility character, just using utility stuff. And I'll immediately go and help them, just carrying as much as I can, back and forward with them.
All right. The two of you guys make a combined Constitution roll.
God damn it, I should have gone for Bear's Endurance.
I'm also involved in this?
Yes. I mean, you're helping carry the equipment, right?
Yeah.
This is...
See
this
how
is one of the-
efficient you guys are.
I get a 20.
Nice. What do you got, Gerald?
Can I just really quickly point out that with Bear Endurance, my carrying capacity... no, sorry, not Bear Endurance. With both Strength, the carrying capacity is doubled.
Oh, yeah, roll with advantage.
Oh, thank God. I need that. Technically, it also gives me strength advantage, but it doesn't help in this situation.
It would still help in this situation, I'd roll.
Alright. Constitution saving throw. God, I suck at this. Mercy, my lord?
What's the roll?
9.
9. With the two of you guys combined, you're able to put in a solid amount of work, helping the Dragonborn unload a large portion of the weapons, as well as that beautiful piece of armor, into the back of the cart. You guys don't have room for everything, but you take a significant chunk of the weapons. Put them into the cart. The Dragonborn are like, all right, we got everything we can get. Let's get out of here before it's too late.
All right. I will check ahead since I'm still disguised, and if it's clear, I will let you guys know. All right?
Okay.
I have a hand signal or something. Never mind. I do magic.
I'm going to use my last second level spell slot to switch it from Bull Strength to switch it over to... God, what's the...
Are you sure you want to use your spell?
How very generous of the GM. You're already disguised, man. Fly like the wind.
I know, but it's the fact of I can still roll badly, even with my ridiculous rolls.
That's how D&D works.
It's like, yeah, if I get rid of it,
Up to you.
Fine, I won't. But I will bardic inspire myself.
Okay.
Since that is a homebrew rule that you have allowed.
Yes. For this particular campaign.
Yeah. I go outside and I check ahead.
You exit the university and you can see. You see looking. How far out are you moving? Like to the gate?
Yeah, just to the gate, like I'm doing a patrol.
Okay. On your patrol, roll a general perception check.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Perception, not my best, but not my worst. 9.
9. You looking around, you don't see it's hard to make out a lot of things, but there's a lot of people moving around the general area. There's a large amount of chaos happening. People are just talking about the fire on the hill, which is now even brighter than it was initially. You see what look to be 4 thuggish-looking gentlemen in rough clothing, speaking in low voices to each other near the gates of the university, a significant distance from the main crowd. That you hear one of them say, like, "This is the perfect opportunity to start a raid. The stores are all closed. The hills is ablaze." Another one saying, "I say we smash into the butchery first. Hurry's been making bank selling to them werewolves. Let's split up. I think we can hit a store and then keep going. For some reason, all the guards were lying around in the middle of this, and I think someone poisoned them all."
Can I, as quick thing, do I hear, like, I hear this as I'm walking forward, right?
Yes.
So they see me at this point, like, approaching the gate.
They have not yet taken notice of you, it seems.
I do, like, a very loud, like, as I'm, like, holding the blade, like, at my thing, like a guard would, right? Yeah. I just do the loud, and I'm doing an intimidation check.
Make an intimidation check.
Luckily, I'm quite good at that, and I have bardic inspiration. 18 plus 1d8. 1. So 19.
19. Let's see.
Nice rolling, dude.
I am rolling poorly.
One of them looks at you and say, like, "Where are all the guards?"
Inside the barracks.
I saw them all unconscious.
Yeah?
The guards are all dead, aren't they?
He kind of looks at the blade, and he's like already sheathing it. Would you like to test that? There's more inside, I can promise.
He begins to step away. He's like,
I'm already drawing it.
You draw your sword. There's a gate in between the two of you guys right now, so it's a little bit awkward, threatening.
I can still reach, and he's like,
the guard.
Actually, no, wait. Can I? Oh no, wait. Never mind. No, that would be If I didn't know that the gate was closed.
Did you close the gate behind you?
Yes. But I forgot. I wouldn't have pulled the sword if I saw it.
It's like 2 dogs on the other side of the fence.
May I change that to a crossbow that is loaded?
Okay. One of the thugs begins to step back, and the other thugs follow in suit as they run into the city. One of them looks over their shoulder. "You're not going to be able to stop us." As they disappear into the crowd.
Is the crowd still covering the front?
The front?
Like, there are people where the front gate around, like, they can see the front gate.
People can see the front gate, but it's not like Disneyland.
No, I'm just wondering how many people are looking at this currently.
There's probably a couple people who noticed it, but no one seems to take too much concern.
I slowly backing, like facing the gate, watching where the guys ran. I go up to the door, and I just say, "You guys are going to have to pretend that you're like either getting some supplies or something. There's a lot of people, so either act natural or something like that."
One of the Dragonborn in disguise pulls a tarp over the back of the wagon and lashes it down.
Jadir hops inside. If he can.
I will pretend that you're sending supplies to a noble.
That probably wouldn't make a lot of sense. Let's just book it to the underground.
Yeah, and he's like, "Just go with it." And he kind of like goes, and he goes like, "All right, you're ready to go." And he kind of like,
It's from underneath the tarp. There's just Jadir. Just
"What?"
They know where they're going.
No, I'm talking about just so the common people think. There's a lot of people.
I can't see.
Okay, just so we get this clear, because I feel like there's some misunderstanding here, right? There's a lot of people around the general area, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What I am, because I feel like this is better than to say, what I'm trying to do is just make it seem as natural as possible that they're leaving, so less people take note of it.
Okay.
Just normal people going to deliver things.
God damn it.
Human things.
God damn it. And
Greetings, fellow humans. Just off to do human things.
I feel like I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt here, but all right.
Okay. You acting as casually as you can.
Dude, let me try to explain what you got.
I'm just making fun of you.
God damn it, you bastards.
All things normal. The group gathers the wagon. Gerald.
Yeah, I'm just doing hand signals like a guard trying to like signal him to leave.
Okay. In Hap, the slave overseer, signaling the cart, opening up the gates, making way for the cart.
Yeah. All right. And once they are out of Dodge, if nothing happens, that is.
Nothing appears to happen immediately.
Okay. I would like to move away so like nobody sees, just like I'm going back to check on something.
Mm-hmm.
Use my last 3rd level spell and cast what's it called again? Because I'm trying to remember what they're called. Cat's Grace.
Okay.
Which gives me advantage on dexterity checks. And I will do whatchamacallit, a stealth check.
Stealth check.
And
all right.
Yeah.
Stealth away.
Ooh. Oh my god, no, that's horrible. 7!
7.
I'm still disguised as Hob, though.
You feel yourself well, is Cat's Grace concentration? You feel relatively stealthed.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I asked you last session, did you want me to roll? Because generally the rule of thumb with Disguise Kit, if you're proficient with it, is you roll to see how good it is.
Ah, okay. Well, we'll keep that in mind. For now, everything's good. Proceed as normal.
Alright. That's why I was very confused when you said, "No, I'll just let you do it."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" Alright.
Okay, what are you doing?
I am going to an alleyway, if possible.
Okay. Jadir, what are you doing?
I'm constantly nervously messaging Gerald and asking him dumb questions. Where are we at? What street is this on? What do you see? It's like a non-stop buzzing in your ear.
All right, so you guys stealthily moving through the streets. People are all staring at this giant blaze on the hill. Cries and shouts are beginning to rise. as a mix of people expressing like emotions from anywhere from a spectrum of like terror to excitement. You duck into an alleyway, Gerald. Jadir just kind of standing around, observing and pinging you lots of annoying questions.
I just constantly like respond with, shut up, shut up, shut up, I'm trying to focus, shut up!
Would you talk to me?
I'm trying to get rid of the disguise!
What disguise? Oh.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is like I'm mushing makeup, like
Okay, you're mushing your makeup off of your face. While
actually, prestidigitation. Because why the fuck would I mush it? I'm prestidigitation. I keep forgetting it.
It's a process. So while Gerald is casting spells and puffs of makeup are flying off his face very over time, slowly using prestidigitation to take everything off. In the middle of all this, a girl runs up and screams, "The guards are dead!" Like this voice, like a girl, maybe 15, begins to, dressed in a schoolgirl's clothes, running through the streets. People seem to take little notice of her, and her voice is muffled by the cacophony of voices surrounding you.
I did go like quite far into the alleyway. Do I still hear it? Is he like?
You would hear it. Well, actually, make a perception.
Because I am leaving to make sure that
it is very loud right now, and you are a bit far away.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure because I don't want to like make a misunderstanding like last time. 6. I don't think I hear it at all.
You do not hear it. You're still taking off your makeup.
Yeah. I'm also getting rid of the clothes and switching off to my better clothes.
Are you turning back into Gerald then?
Yeah.
Okay. Jadir, are you doing anything?
I am still inside the tarp.
Oh, you're in the cart.
Yeah, he's been in the cart.
I hopped into the cart.
Okay, you hear the voice rising again. Somebody help! And this time, you can't see anything actually. You're hiding under the tarp. This time she appears to be getting some sort of response. And people are kind of rallying to help her. The cart continues forward. Gerald, you finish taking off your makeup.
Yeah. I kind of like go the opposite way, but I go into a crowd and I'm like going around like asking, what is going on?
The hill is on fire. What are you talking about?
I was out of the bathhouse. What?
Look! And pointing at this blazing
like,
fire on top of the hill.
And he's like, dear Lord, what on great earth happened?
Suddenly, you hear the sound of glass shattering loudly and see out of the corner of your eye a rugged individual throwing several stones into a bakery that you regularly buy and or steal pies from. There are cries from the inside the shop, likely from the store owners caught hiding amidst the chaos. And you hear a voice screaming out, "No guards be coming to stop me now."
I'd like to make a point that I did pay for my pies. They were all paid for.
I like how that's your reaction.
I would like to also put out, I never bought anything from there. It was just him. I never bought anything.
Yeah, you shitty friend. You're always making your friend buy the pie.
No, he just says he's buying the pie.
I am. I have gotten so much poor because of pies.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at you like, you know, and I've actually said that in person, like, I can buy the food. And he always goes, no, it's fine.
I will bleed for my pies and suits.
He doesn't let me pay for him. It's like, I can pay for you. And he's like, no, you will not.
You're standing in this.
Kind of pissed.
So Jadir's in the back of the wagon, going back with the Dragonborn, disguised as humans. You're in the square. The bakery is getting robbed. The guards are all
Do
unconscious.
I have knowledge of the robbing of the bakery?
You do not.
Ah, fuck.
See, even if I could help, I'm literally out of spell slots.
Are you sure you want to use the spell?
It's a bakery. I'd rather not have any chance of blowing my fucking disguise. No,
Right.
no, sorry, blowing my cover.
Yeah. All right. What are you doing, Jared?
We'll buy more stuff from them later on to help with the rebuilding. I just kind of watch with the crowd.
The crowd more people seem to be moving in the general direction and towards the park and the hill itself.
I follow.
All right. Jadir, you're through all this. You're in the back of the wagon, just slowly bumping along, just chilling out. But you're getting a rough. Actually, you can reply to the message cantrip, right?
If he's messaging me still.
Are you responding to him at all? Are you still pinging? / is Gerald still responding?
I mean, yeah, Gerald's just
He's still as soon as
this entire time.
No, it was just while I was getting
Your
the
psychic
disguise
your
off.
psychic text message. Ding ding ding.
Yeah. As soon as I'm done with the disguise and I'm in the crowd, I'm
Yeah.
like, I finally managed to match with the crowd. What is it? What do you need to know?
Like I said, what's going on? Where are we?
Well,
Is there anybody
currently,
looking for us? What is the noise I just heard? I heard glass shattering. What was the glass?
well, it seems like the local bakery that you usually go to is getting robbed.
Damn them.
If you want, I will predigitate an image of their face if you want to manhunt them down.
No. It's fine, later.
Vengeance for the baker!
Alright, where are we going? What's going on?
Well, for now, I'm going to follow the crowd.
But I'm in the cart.
Well, you know the usual saying of never split the party? Well, it would seem that we're currently doing that. Wish Kilgarath my best wishes.
Message has a range of 60 feet.
Yes.
It's getting a little bit. It's getting a little bit fuzzy. It's what's going on?
I'll just the last one that is able to hear. I just say meet at the tavern. As soon as I feel the disturbance on message radio.
Okay.
The last thing you hear, it's Kilga.
And with that, the party is officially split. Jadir bumping away, Gerald making his way through the crowd. So Gerald, after a few minutes, you eventually, or not a few minutes, probably more like 10 minutes of following the crowd, the park is completely packed by the time you get there, and people who dared to come closer seem to be stopping at the base of the hill itself. The stillness... Yeah, go on.
Yeah, the entire time, I'm just, like any of the other crowd, I'm just asking, like, the others, like, the people next to me, like, do you know what's going on? Like...
I think someone's committed arson. I bet it was that cabal.
It could be the werewolves, it could... did you hear
It
about
should
the nobles?
could be the werewolves.
It could also be the werewolf circle. I also heard there's a werewolf noble circle.
No, there's so many rumors going around. I don't even know what's going on anymore. At this point,
Neither do I.
the silence of the crowd is broken as several people are beginning to march up the marble slope to the top of the hill. Which is there's a blazing fire amongst the city.
The funny thing is, I'm not being deceptive at all because I have no idea how he did it. So I'm not even deceiving. I'm just generally asking out of curiosity, how did this happen? I know who did it.
Who did?
Who did he?
Who done it?
Who? Maybe it was Houdini.
All right.
Yeah,
so
that's a nickname I'll pick up.
The dumb jokes. Anyways, yeah, but after I see like people are starting to disperse,
they're
head back
not
to,
really dispersing. They're going to the top of the hill.
You know what? Then I go with them.
All right. You're going to the top of the hill. You follow a smaller but still significant portion of people up the marble slopes of the hill. Arriving at the top, the Weldingham estate is completely engulfed in fire and has spread to several other manors. Half of the hill itself is burning with a red-hot fury. The blaze is so strong and intense, a heat that is just so intense that you can feel your skin burning hot even 50 feet away from it. Cries of panic and awe arise from the crowd that has gathered, respecting the aura of heat surrounding the inferno.
Well,
Yeah, I
geez,
kinda
hope
just-
Francesca's house is gonna be.
I'm kind of just going with the crowd, which I'm not like mimicking their reaction. Which some of it is genuine because he's never seen a fire this big.
Oh yeah, this is intense.
Oh my god, it's the floating butterfly.
Oh my god.
I don't think anyone notices.
People seem to be a bit distracted at the moment.
Except
I wonder
for the one guy I'm talking to. The one guy to my right that I'm like, oh yeah, do you know what happened?
You turn to your right, and you see like a half-orc man who is just looking at the fire with like a glint of wonder in his eyes, and he looks at you like, I'm done kissing these nobles' feet. This has gone on long enough.
He kind of looks, pray do tell, hi? He kind of like trying to get his attention, saying,
He looks at you. Oh, floating butterfly, I've heard of you.
thank you. It's always nice to know that people still hear of me. And he's like, I am trying to like do the stuttering thing, so he is like a bit shocked by what he's looking at.
He holds out a hand and, Ganadul, nice to meet you.
What did you say his name was?
Ganadul.
Ganadul. I'm gonna type that down because how is it? Can you just copy and paste how it's spelled? Because I'm gonna fuck it.
Ganadul. Ganadul. Ganadul.
Ganadul. All right. There we go. I most likely didn't spell it right, but at least how it's spelled from what I see.
If it's phonetic, I don't care. Okay. So.
You just gonna do your best.
I'm gonna do my best. Just like how I did.
He holds out his
I take his hand. I take his hand. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm still in a bit of an awe and a shock of what is happening in front of me.
It's truly incredible. I think the time has come.
You know that meme where someone's looking down like... That's kind of what I'm feeling.
He's like, surely you understand, you being a circus man.
Wait, can I roll an insight? Is he from the circus?
Roll insight.
I have to know. This is the most important check of the game. And I'm gonna fuck it up. 15.
15. From his mannerisms, you think there's a chance that he's been in the circus.
And he's like, which, do you come from a, and he's like, as he's shaking his hand, he's like, do you also come from a, like trying to like see if he's also from a circus?
I did several performances in the Cladvin Enclave for a while, but...
I've heard about those.
The Enclave?
Yes.
My mother was a human, but my father was one of the leaders of the tribe there.
I am mostly impressed. I think I've seen your shows only once, but that's only because the circuses passed each other.
Huh. Well, it's been quite some time. You must be a well-traveled man. The Cleven Enclave is many, many, many weeks from here.
Well, yes, it's been a while. I've did the whole circus journey for a while. Got quite handy with daggers and doing flips and other such things because of it.
I'm glad you're here beside me, friend.
Likewise, it's not every day that you meet a fellow circus man.
He nods. You know what must be done then. And he gives you a clap on the shoulder and steps forward out of the crowd and onto a bench, looking down at everyone.
He kind of looks. Are you sure now is the best time?
He ignores you, standing up on the bench, the fury of the flames spreading his as his backdrop, and the ashen wind moving in his black cloak.
What have I created? What have I created?
What a truly romantic scene.
It's not really romantic. It's more soon to be chaos.
Oh, I understand.
This is your fault.
I am aware. But I'm not, I didn't do anything to, I'm, confused, wait, what?
It's the, oh no.
Yeah, it's it's more like, excuse me? I'm completely innocent in this situation. Sure, in another situation, I'm guilty, but in this one, I'm innocent.
All right. So, standing up, his cloak blowing in the wind, he yells out to the crowd, "I'll tell you what we must do. We take charge. Ukulan has taught us that beauty and justice will arise from chaos. These impudent heretic kings and nobles sit on their thrones of gold and scoff at us while we do their work for them. No longer will we sit by and shine their shoes and pay them for it. Their reign is over. The time for revolution has come."
Oh my, how many revolutions and rebellions am I gonna create? I've created 4! I've created 4! 2 of them unintentionally! I didn't even do 2 of them on purpose. Only 2 of them were on purpose. These 2 are just me just being like, "Oh, very nice to meet you. Rebellion!" Excuse me, what?
This might be a demonstration of the floating butterfly effect.
Oh my god. Oh no. You might start a 5th one with your radiant, stylish dressing fashion as well. You might become a fashion revolution as well.
I like how I've done 50% of the chaos is unintentionally.
The crowd is currently in kind of this position of limbo, a stunned but contemplative silence.
Do I still have Cat's Grace on?
You do.
Can I just roll a stealth to disappear in the crowd? Yeah. I have done enough damage unintentionally. It seems like no matter where I go, I cause damage. I just want to look at the fire. I got 19.
19. No one seems to be taking extreme notice of you. And as you slip away, you see one woman stepping forward from the crowd and saying, "What is your name?" He says, "Ganadul." And as you begin to step back, you hear retreating away, "Ganadul, I too have been cleaning out stalls all my life under those who draw life and wealth from my continued suffering." And she draws you hear the sound of unsheathing metal, and she says, "I am no warrior, but I will fight with you."
What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? So you know how the French had their revolution? I think I just did that, but times 4.
As you're walking down the hill, you suddenly, a cold hand grabs your shoulder.
What?
You turn around, and it's Franchester. He looks at you with his eyes wide. Gerald, what the fuck is going on?
He kind of just looks at him. I have no idea. I just came to look at the fire.
My house is going to go down in flames. Gerald!
What?
Did you do this?
No!
Oh, I
I'm
need
panicking,
pie.
I need some sanity.
He needs some milk.
I like how it's just me and Franchester panicking together.
The crowd atop the hill is becoming increasingly mob-like and violent and rowdy, as it appears that Ganadul has rallied them to his cause.
Do I have anything to put out a fire? He's like,
Gerald, we need to put out this fire. And he looks over, it's just like this engulfing inferno atop the entire hill.
I only know predigitation. I can only put around the size of campfires out.
Create water, something.
I don't have that. That's Jadir.
Fuck! Where's Jadir?
I have no idea.
So Jadir, the cart is bumping down. You hear the ambience of the underground around you, which appears relatively unaffected by the chaos up top, although there seems to be significantly less noise, actually, as there's been a bit of a migration from underground citizens to the topsoil.
Sorry to cut in, but the moment I would have been departed from Gerald, Jadir would have swapped to pigging the humans with him for the same kind of annoying stuff.
Do they respond in the same way?
They let me know, like what's going on? Where
we're going through crowds of people right now. We're entering the underground.
I needed, and what's going on?
Exactly
Am I
what
supposed
we
to come
planned.
with you? We didn't plan anything.
The queen will talk with you.
Now?
I think, well, if you take a peek outside, the chaos, like,
pushes his head out of the tarp, horns
you can
sticking
see
out.
just like this engulfing chaos of the entire city, and you hear another a responding voice in your head. If any time is the correct time to strike, I think now is it. We must move quickly.
What have we done?
And Jeremiah Kingsley jumps out of the back of the...
Does he?
Yes.
You disguise self in the cart, or whatever.
Yeah, I disguise self. And
All right.
hop on out as the haggard-looking Jeremiah Kingsley.
All right. One of them gives you a confused look, but marches on anyway.
It shrugs.
What is going on?
All right, Jadir, what are you doing?
I will find the nearest piece of elevation, my very own soapbox, and start chanting about the way the fate, like the vagaries of fate and fortune ferry us all, and that the people of the city have invited upon them the
Yes, because we
the
need.
fire is a message from the gods. Ina, Elois, and Uklan have brought their will into the city. The time is now.
This is what we needed. A fifth fucking rebellion.
We need a fifth rebellion. You stand up in the square. People, oh my God, it's Jeremiah Kingsley. Gathering around, giving you a wide berth out of sheer fear and intimidation alone. As
Should we
you
have that sixth
chant
one?
down on them. They appear to be listening very intently. I knew this would happen.
All right. Do Do I know anything about the walls of the city? Why have no people besmirched them in any way before?
You've never asked. So no, you don't have any idea. Why there are no penises, bad graffiti, or stolen parts of the wall. That would be worth a considerable amount of money.
Yeah,
In fact, it really doesn't make any sense. It almost seems like some sort of stupid plot hole.
Yes, almost. All right.
Surely there is a good reason for this.
Oh my dear. I will instruct people or beseech them to join me in forming a mob and heading up to the upper ring. It is time for us to strike our pleas with the people of the city.
All right, roll performance.
Fuck. I crit fail.
Oh! So you're in the middle of shouting to the city, "It is time for revolution! Let us march to the upper ring!"
I think what happens is Jadir, as this like Jeremiah Kingsley, hops out of the cart. You know, he stumbles, bumps into people, and starts. Many people like look at him confused, like, "What the? Is that Jeremiah Kingsley? He's covered in mud. What is going on?" Confused and losing, like he's losing the moment. Jadir attempts to give like a convincing speech, and people are like, "Why is he here? But the fire's over there. Doesn't make any sense." And like people resume looting the city, paying attention to him. Like, who cares? There's gold here.
The city is, and as you look around, so Jeremiah Kingsley, you're standing in front of kind of this alleyway on top of a box, talking down at people. There's looting and rioting going on all around you. Windows have been shattered, like things are just thrown about. Stores have been put into ruin, and behind you, you hear from the box, or not from the box, from behind the alleyway behind you, "He's a werewolf! I saw him speaking to the dogs!" And like another voice like, "I heard he actually transformed last night! Burn him! Stop the cabal! Ukalan's justice will fall upon you!" And looking behind you, you see 20 or so people have forcefully tied a bearded man to a cross and crucified him, and a pile of hay is gathered around his feet, and his skin is covered in bruises and gashes, and tears stream down his face. He says, "Please, no! I've told you I'm not a werewolf, I swear!"
Jadir just defeatedly steps off his box, picks up a cobblestone, and like hucks it at the nearest window.
You successfully break the window to your favorite clothing store.
Jadir doesn't even realize where he's at. I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Just turns around.
I have never seen a task succeed yet fail at the same time. We succeeded spectacularly, yet we still failed.
I suppose, like, oh fuck. Jadir just turns around, heads towards the people who are in the middle of crucifying the gentleman, and says, "I am Jeremiah Kingsley. That man is no werewolf. You know nothing of Uklang's will."
Roll a performance check again.
As I do
or
this,
persuasion.
Can I use some sorcery points to cast darkness on the gentleman as I sort of reach the crescendo of my spiel?
All right, yeah, go for it. So roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
This is a...
I get a 27. I crit.
Hey!
27. You after your crit fail, you walk into the alleyway. That man is no werewolf, and you cast darkness, and the sphere of darkness completely enshrouds the crucified man, bleeding all over the wooden cross. And the crowd steps back, looking at you. Jeremiah Kingsley, I didn't realize I swear, I saw him howling. It must be.
Let me face the darkness. I will enter the shadows and come back. The man will be changed.
So as you walk into the sphere of the darkness, this not a tall woman, but just like a regular woman in like a tattered dress stumbles into your path, sobbing uncontrollably. Her eyes are stained red and her arms are shaking, and she falls to her knees, grabbing at you. No, please, he's innocent, I swear. I've loved him my whole life. You can't take him. You can't do this.
He is innocent. I'm not taking him anywhere.
What are you doing? Don't hurt him, please.
Wench, I'm rescuing him. Get off me.
One man like kicks her in the face. And is like, quiet, you dog-loving bitch. And she curls up into like a fetal position, bleeding and crying.
I will firebolt the man in the face.
roll to hit.
Okay. 21.
That hits.
For 17 fire damage.
You open up your hand and put it directly point blank, grabbing his face within your palm. This searing fire energy bursting out of your hand, steaming out of his face. He collapses to the ground, a crater of smoke and ash. Having like his face is concave with fire blasts, and like ash just like falls out of his skin. The crowd falls back, eyes wide, looking at you. The woman herself crawling in fear away from. Even though you saved her, she appears to be even more afraid of you.
I will look at all of them, just eyeing over the crowd. And such is the will of Ruklan. Do not temper with my task. That man is no werewolf.
Dead silence. Everyone is staring at you, just like eyes full of fear.
And I will silently go into the shadows.
All right, you enter into the shadows, staring at this crucified man, blind and terrified on the cross. Is this hell?
Shut your face, idiot. And I will try to bring him down, but do so quietly.
All right. Roll stealth.
I get a 6.
Nice.
I just get like
you loudly
below
untie
5 or above 17. Yeah, I just imagine there's like I was like,
yes, it's just like awkwardly loud as you untie him, and then it takes you like a bit of grunting as you are able to get the nails out of his hands.
The crowd has fallen silent. There's just like looting in the distance.
Yeah, looting in the
Everybody
distance. Screams, chaos all around you. You pull him off the cross and he kind of falls, collapsing into your arms, barely able to keep himself up. Thank you, Jeremiah Kingsley.
As he has fallen off the cross, I kind of like...
Is at this moment he transforms, just kidding.
Laying him down on the cross and whatnot, I dispelled the darkness.
The darkness dissipates into smoke.
The darkness
He is
disappeared.
free. Worry not. Take your qualms and go towards the light. Pointing at the fireball in the darkness, in the distance.
The bloodied woman who had her face kicked stumbles forward, holding this man close. He's like, Rowan, and hugs him very close as he's just like crying uncontrollably, just like collapsed into her arms. The crowd is dispersing. All of them kind of looking back and forth between you and whatever's in front of them as they leave.
Okay, I will make a point of running towards the fire once more and
right.
Erupt back into the city streets.
Running towards the fire on top of the hill?
Yeah, just to get away from the scene I have just caused.
Okay, you run away and start running up the hill towards the fire. When you get to the top, you can see that there's this enormous riot and this revolution being begun as Ganadul is continually talking to them, screaming in a low orcish voice. You see, like, as you just as you get to the top of the hill, the kind of ambience of screaming and the burning of flames, you see the silhouette outline of an elderly man stumbling out of the Hampton Manor. The audience turns their heads to observe him stumbling forward, coughing madly. He falls to his knees before he's even made it halfway to the crowd. You see Ganadul turning to shift his gaze at him. Starting with Victor. The crowd is moving towards him.
I think at this point, Jadir has dispelled his disguise and is a haggard-looking, well-dressed Jadir once more. And he's like grabbing the shoulder of the nearest person. Who the fuck is he? And who the fuck is Victor?
Victor Hampton, the sick noble, exploiting us all his life. We'll show him what he deserves.
Yeah.
Join us.
Fuck him.
You get like nodding in approval. Fight with us, brother.
Brother. Cut to two guys panicking.
The half-orc man walks forward to the very front of the crowd, who is stopping at like the edge of these flames. Victor reaches up, his face kind of old and disheveled. Help me. Just coughing uncontrollably. Ganadul instead brings his leather boot down on the man's head with enough force to crack it open on the scorching marble road. Blood flows out of his head, collecting into a puddle. Ganadul reaches down, grabbing him by the collar of his shirt and holding up his body, his head just like cracked open and blood leaking down the side of his face, and the surface tension dripping along his chin and falling off into a singular stream. We'll show them all! And he takes a spear from behind his back, slams it into the ground, and sticks Victor's head, the spear up through his neck, penetrating out of the top of his head, creating this like just effigy right in the middle of the field on top of the hill. The mob is just out of control at this point.
There are children around.
I would like to, because I know this is going to YouTube. I never talk to the people, like, if anybody watches this. I would just like to say, I in no way started this. I would
mature content warning.
I in no way started this. I just walked up, looked at the fucking fire, said, "Oh, hi, orc. You went to do a circus? My God, I went to a circus."
Orc, I'll kill them all.
So I in no way whatsoever make this happen. I just want to look at the fire.
Welcome to existence.
Speaking of existence, Jadir will sort of try to make his way through the crowd and approach Ganadul. Who are you to stake your claims like this? Not that I disagree with you, mind you, whatever. Who in the bloody earth are you?
Who am I? I'm a commoner, come to take my rightful place. No longer will I be stepped on by the nobility.
I can see that.
He got what he deserved. As do all who oppose us.
What's next? What now?
Next, we march
To?
the upper ring.
Oh, God.
Alright, sounds good.
The crown is next! He calls out to the crowd, holding up the sword. The crowd, yeah! The carrying torches, pitchforks, swords, just axes. They begin walking down the hill. Gerald, where were you again in all this? You're back down in the park, I think.
You
Slept away. Oh, you're with Francesca.
Yeah,
Francesca, Gerald, what the fuck is going on? Just
I have no idea. If I knew, I would tell you. But I have no idea.
we have to save the demonology shit in my house.
All right, perhaps we can get a couple of people in to help us water.
We don't have any time. The fire is spreading quickly. Quick, come with me.
All right.
He just starts running as fast as he can back to his house, which is probably like a good 200 or 300 feet away from the fires and the riots at the very top of the hill. He shoulder charges in through the front door, throwing open the trap door, and starts just like you look down from the trap door and see him just wildly gathering as much important things as he can and stuffing them all into like what looks to be a bottomless bag.
It's like everything important and nothing that makes us look suspicious.
Just go up to my room and get everything of value.
Tell me what you want me to grab first.
Just things that look valuable. And that briefcase.
All right, briefcase first, then valuable shit.
Okay.
Okay, I run.
You run up the stairs. You bust into his room, and you can see out of the window just like the chaos of the entire city from this high up. The streets are far brighter than they usually are. None of the buildings have been lit on fire in the main square, but you can see that the windows have been broken. People screaming. Chaos is just everywhere at this point. Uncontrollable chain reaction of chaos and anarchy. You see a large leather briefcase, and scattered coins, jewelry, papers.
Yeah. So I start by finding the briefcase.
Okay. You find the briefcase.
All right. Then immediately anything that looks valuable, I take.
All right. You gather up just like a horde of what look to be probably valuable things in your arms as much as you can.
I run downstairs. Is this all valuable?
Like just he holds his bag open at the top of the trapdoor, just like put it in here.
I kind of like, all right.
You look into this bag, which just looks to be like some sort of black void as you chuck everything into it.
Have you gotten everything down there?
No!
Should I go back up?
Go, just make another trip.
All right. I run back up. And I'm just like,
this process
valuable.
continues on for a little while until Francesca comes up and he's holding like this like large metal contraption that he's just stuffing into the bag as like he's barely able to fit it in. It looks to be like some sort of like energy like cell metal claw looking thing with a stand. Pretty crazy. And just like disappears. It's like 10 feet long, and it just like disappears into this like 3 foot deep bag.
I'm imagining like the Looney Tune. He puts it in, jumps on, and then it's like, ah!
Yep, it looks a lot like that.
And I'm just like, is there anything else that we need?
I think that's good. Oh, grab the money over there. And he points at a medium-sized chest.
Just two people panicking casually
The fire is definitely spreading.
I'm like, all right. I kind of just shove it in his pocket. There.
Yeah, the two of you guys emerge from the house, having gathered everything of value. You can see the sparks of the fire drifting through the ashen wind, blowing through the house. The chill early winter breeze now has it's almost pleasant as you walk out into this fierce heat, mixed with ash, soot, and sparks drifting about.
I kind of look at him. Wait. The thing, does it still look like a dungeon? Like, does it look suspicious down there?
Oh, fuck yeah. Super suspicious. Or some would say,
will it burn down?
Sketch as fuck.
Will it burn down in the fire?
Definitely. Maybe.
Well,
who cares?
Well, you should.
I scrubbed the pentagram with my foot. It's barely noticeable.
So it just looks like a tool thing.
Yeah, it's just like casual surgery in the basement.
How much time do we have? Like from the fire?
Maybe 5-10 minutes.
Okay, I kind of like, all right, keep the thing open. I'm going to go really quick with the precipitation and just make sure that nothing demonic is left.
Okay, good idea. You run back into the house, climbing down the ladder, entering down into the basement. You can see there are still demonic skeletons.
Oh my god.
There's like chains. Like there's still like demon artifacts that have been like pushed over, pillars, blood sacrifices.
So there's no way I'm making this within 5 minutes.
You could do something.
I just kind of look at the blood, and I'm just going like, I go back upstairs. Do you have a bomb? Do you have a bomb?
Of course I have a bomb.
Okay, we're blowing it up.
Okay.
All right.
There's no.
So we're just.
I'm not gonna be able to stay in the city. I'll have nowhere to go. Oh man,
we'll
dude.
Find you.
When other Francesca wakes up, he's gonna be so confused.
We'll contact the guy that you have a deal with. We'll find a way.
Dude, I haven't heard from Radsveer in like 3 days. Last I heard, he was disguising himself as a doctor and got some nobles hooked on ice thistle.
Oh god, he's gonna be pissed about this. I kind of just like, all right, look, I know some people. Just try your best to contain the other Francesca.
But that's not how it works.
I don't
It's
know
not
how
like doing poo.
Can't you hold it
We have maybe 6 or 7 hours, and then I gotta go.
What if we make sure he loses his memory?
The heat of the flame is becoming unbearable at this point, as it's just like moving ever quicker down the hill.
Just give me a bum.
Here, and he reaches into his bag of holding, just like for like a solid like 30 seconds, grabbing at different things. Oh, here you go, and he gives you like a potion with a fuse on it.
A potion?
It's the best I have.
Everything that you kicked out had to be sorted.
I just kind of look at it and go like, how big is the explosion?
I don't really know. It could be anywhere from like a ground popper to a nuclear explosion. I don't know.
Is the glass fragile?
Yes.
God damn it! I run down and I basically put the bomb gently down.
Okay.
I climb up the stairs because predigitation has range.
Yes.
I light the fuse for range and run out of the building.
She begins to pull down. Like, you just like sprinting out of the house. You and Francesca just running down the hill as fast as you can. Like the revolutionists on the top of the hill, leading down. Swords raised. The hill, just this blazing inferno. The house, just this massive explosion behind you. As like it looks like a small volcanic eruption. As this massive cloud of smoke is rising to join the rest of the blazing fury.
I kind of just look at him as I assume like it's big enough where we both jump down to the ground.
As you guys are running and the house exploding behind you, you bump headfirst into Jadir, who is currently heading away from the revolution crowd.
I don't even notice Jadir. I just immediately, excuse me, you call that a small one?
It's just like a little popper.
That's the entire thing is gone.
It's a sparkler. I don't know. And this is where we'll take a 5-minute break. All right, you guys have all bumped into each other now. So Jadir, Gerald, and Francesca amongst this hill as the revolutionary crowd like charges down, the entire hill ablaze. Francesca's house, a smirched explosion of wood splinters and bricks and mortar.
Can I time skip back like 10 minutes where
Okay.
Jadir immediately after finishing his conversation with a disgruntled half-orc decided to go into whatever nearby pub and or Ventilier's Guild or something, a place that sells alcohol, procured a bottle, paid with a gold coin, put it on the counter, and then
Nobody is there.
Stole it. No, just put it on the counter. A fellow looter just like 10 seconds later picked up the gold coin. And then he's currently headed towards the park, meaning to fireball the monument that Francesca was in charge of as he bumps into Francesca and
run
Gerald.
into the park. Are you going to fireball the monument?
That was his plan until Francesca's building is blown up.
You charge for...
Sorry about your house.
I kind of just look up. By the way, sorry, I had this ridiculous fucking itch in my nose for whatever reason. But yeah. God, I was shouting too much.
Gerald says casually in the middle of a riot.
Like he looks up, like, there you are.
Here I am.
We're in well, not we. He is in deep shit.
My house exploded, but we did it.
Why is that a problem then?
Well, it's gonna burn down anyway. Why not go out with a bang?
Well, think about it like this.
I'm with him.
He agrees with me.
Well, I agree.
Speaking of, I want to blow up the other Francesca's workplace.
Oh, come on. He worked hard on that.
Well, technically he didn't, but, you know.
It's so nice.
I understand.
It's not even done.
It's also a monument to cruelty and suffering, and art is ephemeral, so I've heard.
Well, if you want to blow it up, I won't stop you. I like explosions. I will say that much.
Think about it like this. If he doesn't explode it, the rebels are going to pull it down either way.
Yeah, probably.
But why are we so calm about this?
Yeah, just you guys are currently just completely immersed in this crowd of armed rebels just coming to execute the nobility.
Wait.
For what?
Wait. I found a bad thing. We need to get out of Dodge, especially you. And he got
Why?
Why?
Well, I kind of like breathe in. So, even though we may know him as our dear expert on a certain knowledge, the people know him as a certain very cruel, very mean, evil person that might take a dislike of him being outside here with all his wealth.
What? What's going on?
The other Francesca.
They want to eat the rich.
Wait. Hold on. This is a revolution? I thought people were just having fun.
No. I kind of look at him. Do you have any mud, makeup, anything?
He reaches into his bag, pulls out some slime, and slaps himself in the face.
I kind of take the
This
leftover
purple
makeup.
smear across him. How's that?
I kind of take not good enough. We can still see the beard.
I have. Look, and Jadir will pull up his hobo clothes and just like unceremoniously throw them over Francesca.
Ah! Hey, what are you doing?
Look, this is for your own good, all right?
Ugh, fine.
Look, do you still have
I
that
look
ring?
weird.
I know,
That's the point.
Do you still have that ring?
This one? I mean,
Yes.
yeah, what about it?
Have you used it?
I mean, I haven't recharged. I don't know teleport spells.
All right, I'll need it for 10
I got this
minutes.
from a friend.
All right. Well,
We'll talk about your friend later, but all right. Can I have that ring for 10 minutes?
Sure. He takes it off and hands it to you. Don't lose it. That's worth a lot of money.
Can I attune to it?
I mean, it'll take you 30 minutes, but yeah.
he's gonna shove it in his heart
Train
again.
myself to do it faster.
If you shove it in your heart, maybe.
You could maybe try to stop time, but you don't think that's going to be a likely option.
Fuck it.
And it might be very dangerous.
Yes.
All right. Look,
That fucking ring has a goddamn fireball in it. I wanted to use it.
all right. See, here's the problem. You have the look of the person.
Do you say
Okay,
that, though,
what-
Jadir? Do you say that?
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm attuned to it. I can just cast the fireball.
Yes, but okay, don't. You can't
Hame, Hame.
Oh, I've heard of that god.
Jadir can't take any chances, and he just like punches a man in the face. He doesn't know if he's actually gonna do it.
Yeah, roll
With
a,
the full
roll an-
intent of
roll an
knocking
attack.
him out.
Yeah.
I kind of just look at him like, what the fuck, Jadir?
It's I get an 18.
18, you, is one, no, it's 0 damage? Is it? At least you don't
I
have a
suppose,
6,
yeah.
then you'd be healing him by punching him.
Actually, he has a -1. That's it.
So
So it's
you
like a
you roll
14
up and you go to sock this guy in the face. You connect right into his jaw, and then it's just like, ow! Why would you do that? That
What are you
kind of
doing?
hurt a little.
Well, he lost a lot of blood.
Just don't blow things up, all right?
I thought that's
me
what you
do it.
wanted to do.
No, I need to do it.
I can like put my hand in between your hands and like make it pretend that you're casting it.
Please, no.
Look, I feel like we need to stop and discuss what the hell we're planning here.
I have the plan, all right?
What's
I
the
will
plan?
take it in a minute. I blow the monument up.
It's gonna get blown up.
That's the plan.
What's the value of it?
I can be like hugging you from
It's
behind,
symbolic
and
of-
your hands could be like
Ew.
clamping over mine,
I kind of.
and then I could cast the spell, and everyone would be like, "Wow, Jadir, you blew it up."
The
Look.
point is, I don't.
Look,
Can you?
can I just point out
We could summon a demon. I bet that would calm things down.
that would actually make it worse. We don't need a 6th revolution.
Francesca, do you like amarettos?
What?
Just like holds up the half-drunk bottle.
Oh, I love this.
Okay,
I mean,
for a while.
I don't think
I'll
it's
be
a
right
good.
back.
I don't think it's a good idea to get drunk in the middle of a revolution.
What is
It's
it?
too late for
I
that.
kind of like, Jadir, I know you want to be symbolic, but look around you. I don't think you're gonna get more symbolic than this. I think they're going to go, oh yes, the statue is blown up. It was going to get blown up either way. The city is going to be on flames.
It's just a park. It won't spread.
The fire is slowly coming down the hill.
I kind of point blankly, like, look at. We're both like looking behind him where the fire is spreading when he's saying, it won't spread.
What is the monument made of?
Looks to be some form of stonework.
At one moment. No blowing it up.
All right.
And Jadir will just start walking towards the park.
Okay.
And he will minor illusion somebody shouting, "Bring down the statue!"
Okay.
Get
Someone
ropes.
stands in the middle of the roaring crowd and starts yelling to break down the statue. Roll a performance for your illusion.
12.
12. Your cries are drowned out by the extremely loud screaming crowd.
Why do I have the feeling it's gonna get taken down either way?
I'm just gonna keep screaming at it and hand people ropes. I wouldn't have it on me.
I have rope
Where?
in my bag.
All right, let's see it.
He reaches into his bag and starts pulling out rope, just hand over hand until like there's a coil of rope that could probably be like, it looks like this rope could potentially be infinite in length. As it's been like a solid 30 seconds of him just like pulling rope out of the bag and he's still going.
I kind of just, as he's doing that, is no one else seeing the urgency of a problem right here?
Urgency?
Let me put it this way.
This is just gonna
you're-
resolve itself.
Your other personality might take over after about 6 hours.
Yeah.
So we're in a time limit.
You can just explain to him the situation. I'm sure he's already been introduced to Radzvir, and he knows that I exist, and he basically serves me now. So you just say, other Francesca demands that you do whatever I say, or you'll die. Don't do that, though. Don't follow through. Don't follow through, please.
He kind of just goes, look, you have.
Also, your
So
house blew
much-
up. By yourself. That you did. You blew up your house.
He kind of just.
Jadir's just like kind of pointing at him like, hey, he has a point. Just look, if there's problems, but he's an old man, just bonk him on the head.
Yeah.
You know what?
Not too hard, though.
You know what? This is too much. I feel like this is chaos incarnate.
Log out.
I am going to see if Eddie. I'm going to see if Eddie and a couple of the boys are protecting the tavern.
Look, there's no need to find. Let's go to the tavern. Look, the solution is here. And Jadir reaches back for the amaretto and hands it over to Joe.
He kind of just looks blankly at it. You know what? At this point, I'll drink anything. Then he just chugs it. But he's like,
Is that
But
the
I'm
one that
still-
you put the nether bite in?
no, I had those.
Okay.
No, this is freshly procured.
Okay.
Yeah, remember, he went into a house to steal it. Sorry,
All right,
buy
I
it.
have rope. And then Jagir will just lop it off and throw the ropes over the statue.
All right. Ropes have been thrown over the statue. A couple people immediately catch on and start grabbing ropes. Take the statue down! The slave monument!
He kind of looks at Francesca, who is luckily now semi-disguised, and this is the reason why we are avoiding you being seen.
Oh.
To your minor illusions of voice. Heave ho! Heave ho!
You're like commanding this group of regular people who are just like, "Ah! Ah!" as the statue just crumbles onto the ground. It breaks, like a large chunk of it falls off upon impact.
While this is going on, I'm just going to look at Francesca. You know, we weren't going to have to change your look, so how do you feel about me cutting your hair and beard?
Are you a barber?
No, but I'm good with a knife.
Okay.
Plus, if I nick you, I can just heal you, so...
He sits down on a park bench and relaxes. Seems to be in like a deep state of meditation and zen. And just out around, he's just like, "Ah!"
And I'm just like, I just kind of take a moment of like, fuck it, and just like he's not gonna drink enough, so he gets drunk. But he just takes a sip, puts it down. So he just sees the guy, and he's like,
so,
all right.
3 idiots getting a haircut on a park bench in the middle of a burning revolution. Welcome to D&D with Finn and Dan.
No, I'm literally just doing this to him, and I'm just like, I can't do anything in this situation. This is out of my hands, so we're just going to make sure that people don't want to kill you.
A worst case scenario, you can get a wig like I do.
The crowd is beginning to march up the bridge to the upper ring.
Gerald, don't take this the wrong way, but did you put on the mask earlier? Has it been like absorbed into something of yours?
He kind of looks at him. No, all I did was go look at a fire. I met an orc, you know the guy, and he said, "Oh, wait,
yes,
let me finish."
Pointed opinions.
And I said, and he pointed out, "Oh, I heard you're from the circus." And I'm like doing this while like cutting his beard. And he's like, and I said, "Oh, you come from the circus as well. Oh, that's a pleasant." And I was having a lovely conversation over the burning of the entire household fortune burning down and his entire career burning down, having a lovely conversation, and then suddenly he decided, hey, you know, fuck it, let's start a rebellion. As we're talking about circuses, you know, as people do, apparently, circus, rebellion, I can't see where you can be, you know, those go hand in hand, don't they? He's being sarcastic as he's like cutting off more of the beard and more of the hair.
I mean, you kind of did start this whole thing, Gerald.
I talked about a circus!
What?
No, really, he's got a point. I mean, really, the mask is tame compared to you.
I just talked about a circus. In what way does a circus start a rebellion?
Look, I'm not sure what
that has
planned. Well, to be fair, you would know that circus performers are treated terribly by the upper class.
Well, not all of them, but some of them, sure.
Most of them, unless you're really good and famous and stuff.
Low blow, but fair point.
If I had to work in the circus my whole life, I'd probably hate rich people too.
Yes. By the way, should we get rid of the mustache as well? Or do you want to keep it?
Statue?
No, on you.
Oh, let's keep the mustache. I'll be like a cowboy.
Sure thing. Look,
we need to go to the clothing store. I bet they have a cowboy outfit there.
You know,
Francesca immediately stands up and starts running.
I'm like, hey, I'm not done with you. Sit down.
He's completely ignoring you. Squirrel!
We'll just mold earth underneath his feet, hopefully trip him up.
Okay. Are you trying to like literally make like a little ledge come up to trip him?
Yeah, just like a small dip in the road, like right as he's running.
Okay, as he runs forward, you move your hands and then lift it up, and this like small the terrain suddenly becomes extremely rough in front of him, and he goes ah, and he falls down right onto his face. You can like oh fuck, and he stands up, and you can see that like blood is just running down the side of his arm from the friction of his fall.
I just look at him. Look, and at this point,
You did
Gerald?
this?
No, he did it.
Jadir!
Hi.
He kind of look. Look, I can heal that, so don't worry about that. No running alone in the middle of a 4-way rebellion.
Well, who's gonna kill me? It's at this very moment. Just kidding.
No, he kind of looks, points at the statue. Remember what your other half built. There's a lot of dragon.
I don't even look like him anymore. Look, I have a cool haircut and a cowboy mustache. What?
Am I done with him?
Yeah.
Like, had I cut everything? Oh,
Yeah.
and I'm like, look, we can walk towards it together.
Okay, come here, boys.
All right.
Our new life begins today as you walk together to the clothing store.
Jadir, is there anything you want? We might as well join at this point.
Look, to get the right fit, I'm sorry, it would just take too long. Look, you don't do these things.
You could do with a
haphazardly.
hat. You could do with a hat.
I have bloody horns.
Yeah, we can put
It's
holes.
really
Put holes in
difficult.
them.
Yeah, put holes in them. I've turned a bit strange.
You would look really cute in a fedora.
I don't think fedora. Maybe you should also go with a cowboy hat to go with a theme.
We should be a cowboy gang.
You know, there's a theme to everything. How does that sound? Go for a theme for a couple of days? Everything burning in the background.
And just like as
Jadir, take
Francesca
a sip.
steps in through the broken front window of the clothing store.
This is a scene of just 3 guys that have just given up. We've just given up, and we're just accepting. Yeah, no, we're not fixing this.
I think Jadir looks at his outfit. He's basically had an entire sleeve just get torn off by some random people that he had to fight over for a bottle of liquor. So, like, oh, what the hell? Fine.
Yeah. Look, and if somebody asks, we'll say, "Oh, sorry, that we're raiding. We'll pay you once it's done." If somebody questions it.
Hey,
All right, but
you
money to pay
can't
them.
steal. That
It
doesn't
kind of
happen.
looks. And I'm just like. But in most cases, people are just going to ignore us. And
Oh
we'll
yeah,
just say,
dude, the entire window, a non-broken window on a store that has not been looted to some extent, basically doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. He's just kind of like looking. So, where's the clothing store?
You're
Which
stepping right in front of it, like.
Well, there it is.
Francesca has just stepped in through the broken window onto the counter, jumped down onto a bunch of glass which crunches under his feet, and starts rifling through a box of hats on display.
If you find any white ones or yellow ones, well, not yellow. Yellow doesn't fit. White or black? Actually, I should get a white one, and you should get a black one.
I'll get a brown one.
Oh, that would go with the mustache.
Yeah.
Jadir is completely ignoring all talk of hats and is instead trying to find a new shirt. And
Yeah, no problem. You find a really nice new shirt that isn't ripped. In fact, you were eyeing this one earlier,
Priority.
but it was a bit pricey. So you decided to give it a skip. But now it's
I just
free.
I just kind of look.
I still have to pay for it. No.
I kind of just shout, "Excuse me, are the hats on the 100% discount?"
Yeah!
They're not.
They're all free, Gerald!
Oh, did you hear that? They're free.
Yeah, did you hear that? Sounds like they're all free. Yeah, they're all free, guys! You can take whatever you want! See?
You know, now we just take it, and if someone says, "Oh, you shouldn't have taken that," we're like, "Oh, someone told us it was free."
Francesca picks up a mannequin and goes, "Yeah, I work here. It's all free."
That's the spirit. what a good lad. And I give him a high five,
Yeah.
but the hand kind of pops up. And it's like, that's a shame. You could say I disarmed
Now I
him.
have to pay for the suits and the damages.
He kind of looks at her. Look, at this point, we have no control. I'm just trying to make something good out of the benefit. If the people are unhappy about it, I'll say, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Something happened, I'll pay it back. I'll even pay extra.
All right. Jadir drops like 30 gold on the counter. Well, if it was expensive suit, probably more. You got some stuff. Drop 100 gold and walk out of the store.
Can I just do one thing? As he's walking out, can I just take it?
You underhandedly swipe the gold that Jadir placed on the counter. That would definitely have gone to whoever owned the shop and not be looted.
I kind of look at Francesca and go like...
Yeah, so Jadir walks out of the store. You guys look at each other. Gerald... sneakily grabbing the gold and putting it
No, I'm not even sneakily.
Yeah,
I'm just like, scoop.
Francesca's like, good call.
Yeah, honestly, that would have just been stolen.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, hold on, give me a second. He runs into a changing booth with a bunch of clothes in his arm. Like 5 minutes, he walks out. Hello, and it's like the boots going clunk, 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 and you can see his cowboy hat dipped and his mustache at the ready. And he looks at you, says, "Hello, mate. Cowboy Francesca here."
What color is his mustache?
It's black.
I kind of look.
He dyed
Maybe
it.
we should try. Okay. Do you think maybe brown fits a bit more with the whole style, with the brown hat and everything?
Well, it's too late to dye it again.
I kind of use predict. We can still fit it. I predicted.
You can use your magic. You can fit the hat.
It's just temporary. We would have to do it later on to be permanent. But let's see. I kind of make it brown. Okay. Yeah. It kind of looks. You kind of look like a sheriff in that one.
Yeehaw! Let's spread some justice.
Well, not right now though.
Okay, what are we doing?
I don't know. Do you want to go for a drink?
Sure.
From outside, you hear Jadir shouting. Come one, come all. The floating butterfly will perform shortly.
I kind of just shout.
People are beginning to gather around. Floating butterfly revolution performance.
I just kind of look at him.
Jadir's outside. You're just hearing this faint noise.
No, I just ignore it, and I'm just like, so we could go for, I don't know. Do you want to grab an extra coat, maybe? If we decide to explore somewhere cold.
Yeah, what if we leave the city and go to like the other side of the continent where it's cold or something?
I am actually from there.
Oh, really?
Yes, we never actually got to sit down and talk about it.
Oh, how lovely. Tell me all about it. He's just kind of like, you guys are just sitting around talking about the other side of the continent while Jadir's like, be like, the floating butterfly will now perform.
Yeah, there's a group chat going off. Like, floating butterfly.
You hear chants for your name being called outside. Do you listen to them or do you continue talking about the other side of the continent with Francesca?
Now, what I'm doing is I'm making Jadir look like he's absolutely gone crazy. Because let's be fair, he has set a reputation, and I'm not getting dragged into this.
So people are chanting outside, Jadir is hyping them up, and Gerald and Francesca are just dicking around in the clothing shop talking about geography.
And he's like, do you know if there's any desert around? I never stumbled upon anyone on my journey. Like full-on, like, deserts. I've heard stories about them.
Wait, what? I was not focused.
Yeah, he's like saying like, oh, do you know about any deserts? I've never seen one myself. But,
I've heard, yeah, there's, okay. And he like, I've heard that in the south, there's a land called Sakius, which is this very dry section of the continent. There's like a tomb there that's like super famous because no one's ever gotten to the bottom. It was like set up by like some necromancer overlord as like some sort of evil joke on all the people who were gonna raid his tomb. And then there's like 2 big canyons, and there's like this town, and people, it's like tons of bandits and treasure hunters go out there. It's like a super crazy place.
Would you think, actually, interesting fact, would you think the power source would be, like, possibility to find one in the desert? Since we're on the topic.
I have no idea.
Powerful necromancer, powerful
I was
spell?
thinking we might need to go to Cassia. I haven't finished my studies, but it's looking to be like either Cassia or, I don't know, some other place. I haven't done very much research on the desert.
Well, we could. We could.
I don't really have anywhere to go now.
Well, you're kind of part of the group at this point.
Hey! And he holds up his hand for a high five.
He's like, sure, why the hell not? I give him a high five.
Jadir has tried to rope as many of the people to not only chant, but also to go and get him. That he's inside.
At this point, people are beginning to pour in through the windows, be like, Gerald, what a floating butterfly, what are you doing? Get out here, man!
He kind of looks just confused. Oh, my manager didn't tell me anything. What's going on?
What? You're gonna have a performance.
He didn't tell me anything about that.
Yeah, man, come, give us a show. It's like a big announcement for the new order. Down with the cabal, down with the werewolves, down with the silly sallies.
I kind of look at him and I'm going like, I am a pacifist. I have to let you know.
Yeah, music is so pacifying.
Yes, but if I do it for a rebellion thing, I won't be a pacifist anymore. He's lying out of his gun. He's like
you
lying.
see it like a great disappointment. Thought you were cool, man.
It's sadly a pacifistic thing. But, he kind of looks, but as soon as this whole thing is done, we'll instead have a concert of celebration.
The dude like turns around. He doesn't even talk to you. He's like, Floating Butterfly canceled the show because he's a pacifist.
I will minor allusion someone starting. He's just doing that because he can't say it out loud. He's really with us.
Like, oh?
He just has to be politically correct.
Whatever, man. Last Floating Butterfly show I'll ever go to. Fuck that guy. And he storms off and the crowd begins to disperse.
I kind of just shrug and just go, can't win them all.
And your hat is stupid.
Can I really quickly dish this mockery? I think it's quite
your mic
clear.
is
Oh, is my mic breaking?
There you go.
Hello?
You're all good now.
Am I aware that this is Jadir doing that? Like the
I am doing my damnness to make sure that you do not understand that it is me.
Alright.
You're like inside the store still, so you don't even have a good view on what's going on.
Oh yeah, he minor illusioned it. Yeah, I thought he was like doing it like. Actually, isn't minor illusion a somatic spell?
Probably.
Yeah, so he's like doing.
Yeah, but you don't see that there's an illusion being cast.
That's fair. Anyways, you got away this time, punk. You got away from a vicious mockery. But he's like, well, to be fair, at this point, I honestly don't care too much because, let's be fair, if they dragged us into this, yeah, it wouldn't end well. Anyways, so where do we head now? Kind of looks at Jadir, and as we're walking outside, like fully clothed.
Yeah, you guys walk outside. The streets have kind of dispersed. Crowds have rioted at the front gates of the upper ring, which have just been sealed shut. There appears to be some sort of battle going on with whatever guards were stationed there. You can hear cries and and the sound of metal on metal.
It kind of, by the way, I did hear him like going like, "Hey, the floating butterfly," right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of look at him and I just go, "You owe me one, by the way." That kind of like, I have no spell slots. I'm dead tired. It is, how late is it? He kind of looks at Francesca.
That's probably like 2.
Maybe 3. We've been choosing clothes for a while.
I don't know. I can't really see the stars anymore because it's so smoky.
Oh, talking about that, the smoke. We're going to have a terrible cough if we stay here for long.
Oh yeah, we should probably go like underground.
Or perhaps further away. The tavern is quite far away.
We could just go to Kilkaroth's.
Who's Kilkaroth?
He kind of points at him with him. Do you want to risk it?
Risk what?
Quite frankly, I don't really care anymore.
What about we do this? They got their weapons. We have done our part of helping.
Wait, no, I want to know who Kilkaroth is.
A dragonborn lady.
Oh, the Resistance.
Let me put it
Oh,
this
the
way.
Resistance, the Resistance. I don't know any Kilkaroth, but I've dealt with the Resistance before. I give them potions, and sometimes I'll supply them with things. They love me.
Are they aware of how you look?
Yeah, I mean, now I look like a fucking cowboy badass, but they'll recognize my voice for sure.
Damn right you do.
It's quite distinguishable.
All right, if they don't want to kill him on sight, let's go there. Why
Let's go! And he excitedly hops out of the broken window.
He kind of looks at you there. By the way, you owe me like eternity of drinks after this.
Jadir hands over the third of the amaretto that remains and just like
He kind of like, that's a good start, and he just chugs it.
Francesca snags a bottle of whiskey from the alcohol store on your way out. So, the entrance to... Oh, yeah. Go. If you were going to say something.
all right. So, I don't think we need to worry about anything anymore. Let's just go over there, talk things over, potentially find a new home for Francesca. Huh?
Also, let's put it this way. I'm completely out of spell circles. I'm pretty much out of everything at this point. There's nothing I can do.
Wait, so you can't heal my...
Well, I have
his forearm?
He kind of look. Oh, I can do that. Those are just for healing. I'll use like one level 1 out of the 4 to cure wounds. Level 1. That's a 1d8 plus my modifier.
You don't need to roll healing. The damage was like less than 2. So you kind of move your hands, and magical energy comes out of it, enveloping his forearm in like this kind of glow before kind of settling down, and the skin is healed. And he's like, "Oh, thanks." Now
You're welcome.
let's get
By the
going.
way, how does the white jacket go with the white cowboy hat?
Oh, you look fucking sexy, my dude.
Okay, not really what I wanted to hear, but thank you. Cool would have been a better one.
Gloriously handsome.
We'll work on that. Anyways, let's go meet Kilkarath.
You guys go into the underground through the entrance beneath the bridge, which there is a raging battle upon. Just you hear like the clanking and footsteps of the bridge under your feet as you guys, as it arcs. The top of the cliff is like probably like 30 feet up from the bottom of the base where the entrance is at. As you guys kind of go in, immersing yourself in this much darker environment away from the chaos and madness. As you walk through the underground, it's surprisingly vacant. There are not very many people here anymore. It appears that most people have taken to the streets in some form of another. Francesca's like, you guys know where their base is at, right?
Kinda.
Yes.
It's good that I know.
Oh, that's nice.
You know the
Let's go
entrance
there.
words? I bet you don't know the entrance words.
We don't, actually.
Oh, I guess I'm actually useful then.
Well, you have actually been quite useful for quite some time.
Oh, that's
know.
right.
Yeah.
I did help Jadir.
Well, now, for information, the killing part was a bit unhelpful.
I almost returned the favor, so consider us even.
Yeah, we're all good, buddy. And he gives you a slap on the back and continues to walk through the underground.
So just in case, because if the Dragonborn, like, take over and, like, get their city back and stuff like that, we might stay for longer, but if they don't, well, I guess then we have to leave.
Look, is today any time for plans? Look, let's just...
Well, might as well while we're walking. There's nobody here. Should we check on Bob?
We could just be quiet. I mean, that is an option.
Should we check on Bob? Do you know Bob, by the way, Francesca?
Oh, I love Bob!
Should we go check on him?
Bob.
I thought we were going to this
Well,
kill
it's on the way.
Kyle Garath. Is that what you said?
It's on the way, though, isn't it?
No, it's a little bit further.
Ah.
We could
Dude,
always
Bob's
go there and then come back, though.
Oh, that's fair. I don't think Bob goes far. He doesn't go far from his cauldron, does he?
I don't fucking know. Bob could be anywhere in this mess.
No, that's true. I like how
We could rob his store, though.
Should we rob Bob?
No.
No. Why would we do that? That would be evil.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, that sounds a bit like a bit of a dick move.
We're not that type of people. I don't know why anyone would say that.
Well, maybe for cowboy hats and jackets, but
I paid for your...
Yeah, good. Yeah, he paid for it, so it's moral.
oh yeah, somebody will most likely. Took
We
it by
are.
now,
You could call us our newfound group will be called the Ethics Brigade.
Nah, doesn't have a good ring to it.
No?
No, not a good ring.
What's your group name?
We don't really have one. It's just kind of been a chaotic duo at this point. Well, it's now a trio.
Hey, glad to be in the party.
We're supposed to have.
In before I hire a player to join the party as Manchester.
Well, it's kind of why wouldn't we? He has the information we need, so we're just gonna bring him along at this point.
So, are you guys going to Bob? Or are you going straight to the ruin?
No, we're just following.
All right,
him
follow
to-
me, guys. As he starts jogging through the underground, you guys moving through these just horizontal passages, like hundreds of these tiny houses carved into the side of the stone walls, until eventually, after like 6 or 7 minutes of jogging, he begins to slow down and look very carefully until you find one house that has a single strange rune on the side of it. He's like, this one. And he takes a right turn into it. It appears to be identical to all of the other houses, except this one has a staircase going down, which you follow down into the darkness, where you arrive at this just solid stone wall, basically a dead end at the bottom. Francesca stands up, puffs out his chest, and speaks the words forth in Draconic, Ilikar Imthax. That sounded pretty cool. Bright white lines form in a rectangular shape, and the stone doors open into the Dragonborn sanctuary. I did it. This is the place.
Yeah, you did. You did.
He steps
Well, I guess
into... What were you gonna say?
And there's no knocking, no guard, no anything. We just walk in.
Now let's change the ambience.
No, we're on to our next
We're gonna
high.
pull up a heist on the Dragonborn Sanctuary.
We're gonna steal the weapons that we stole from the others back.
It's a classic double cross.
Because we need all that.
We played them for fools.
So, he steps into the opening, and as you enter, you feel a great divide between the ruinous underground and the chaotic city, and the calmness of this room. The ground turns from rough stone to polished granite. red carpet is laid out along the floor, and beautifully and intricately carved pillars support the roof. Many Dragonborn move about the room. Franchester calls out, "Hey, everybody!" The Dragonborn, all who are looking as the doors opened anyways, look both surprised and excited to see you guys enter. One of them walks up to you and says, "Franchester, what are you doing here?" And Jadir and Gerald.
Well, the chaos has been cast, and, pretty much everything above us is burning right now.
We were expecting some form of chaos, but quite frankly, this is more than we had bargained for, I think.
Well,
Tell me about it.
Well, to be fair, I don't think we cast. Well, actually, maybe. There was quite a lot of rumors that we might have started, and I think it might have gotten out of hand.
Right. No one likes a braggart.
Well, you did it as well. Don't act like I did all of it. You did some of it as well.
Opportunistically, at least, this looks to be a good opportunity to deliver that final blow.
Oh,
These
so
humans are in absolute chaos, but we remain organized and level-headed. I think taking control will be relatively simple.
You might need a diplomat soon. There's a half-orc kind of taking charge.
Half-orc?
Talk to the guy. Yes, he just is going on a killing spree.
Do you know his name?
Yeah, I do believe his name is... I only had a brief discussion with him. Gandul.
Ganadul. Huh.
Yes. Half-orc. But he wants to kill all nobles because he's tired of being pushed around. You might want to have, if he succeeds and doesn't die, you might need a diplomat that, says you will treat everyone fairly, so he doesn't want to go on another murdering spree.
He's like nodding his head. Kilkaroth will want to speak with you. You should bring this news to her.
Oh, definitely. Also, how do you like the hat?
He's looking you up and down. Oh, you look good. Yeah.
Thank you. We're trying this whole new look because in the middle of the chaos, clothing store. Why not?
Yeah. Good job.
Thank you.
He's just like awkwardly like twiddling his thumbs.
Anyway,
I like
which
the fashion.
way?
Oh, just follow the pool all the way to the back, and the Empress's chamber will be there.
What color Dragonborn was the guy that I was talking to?
He is blue.
Blue. I would recommend you get a black jacket and a black cowboy hat if you want to fit in with a new theme. I feel like this is going to catch on for some reason.
Not sure it'll catch on, but
well, they apparently
I appreciate the advice. Thank you. I will consider it.
Black goes well with blue.
Jadir just kind of mouths like, "Wrong answer. You're fucked."
It's just like as soon as you start walking, you feel a spear enter your back.
No,
just kidding.
Jadir was Kandul all along.
What are you guys doing?
I'm sort of shepherding Franchester, and
like,
heading towards our meeting.
Oh, and like Franchester, there's this large rectangular pool of like serene, like crystal clear water in that, and Franchester's just like dragging his muddy hand through it. Like it's like one of the Dragonborn grab him by the shoulders, like, "This is sacred water. Please do not touch it." Franchester looking down at like a little like smear of dirt on top of the water. He's like, "My bad."
I'll I will just. I never know how to say that thing.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. That is a difficult word to say.
Your accent has an awful lot to do with not being able to pronounce anything correctly.
Well, it's only with some of the spells and like special names. But
Do
yeah,
you have the
prestidigitation.
common laundry detergent name that you can use? We'll stick with that.
Prestidigitation. We've all rolled with it. No one has
I think nobody has
spoken up.
pronounced it like perfectly at first try.
We get you, dude. No worries.
So,
I'm just trying to find an excuse. I know I'm gonna get made fun of this, so I'm just trying to give an excuse to myself.
you guys follow the pool all the way back to a set of marble stairs, which you walk up. You can see that the architecture of this place is very familiar to that of the bathhouse that you guys went into, the repurposed temple. And you can see behind Kilkaroth a large set of tall red doors with golden seals on them. And in front of that is like this large kind of pillow with with a roof and like 4 supporting pillars over it that Kilkaroth sits on and smiles at you as you approach.
As I kind of enter, like, is he sitting on the throne?
It looks to be some sort of throne. It's very well decorated.
I kind of, as I walk in, I'm like, not to be rude, but is this the point where we bow?
You don't need to bow to me. You are not of the Dragonborn people. You are great heroes. We are in your debt.
Heroes is very debatable.
Franchester's like, we fuck shit up! And he just like crosses both his arms like a double shake.
Literally flexing here. Oh my god.
But anyways,
thank you, Franchester. What are you doing here, by the way? Franchester's like,
well,
I just follow them. Oh, also I blew up my house, so I'm kind of fucked now.
He did.
It was gonna catch on fire anyway.
It was either blowing it up and hiding everything that is in there, or letting people find it out in burned ruins.
It's like the whole dilemma between, unload your bullets on the swarm of zombies or just shoot yourself in the head.
Kinda, yes, I like that one.
Yeah. It's a good metaphor.
What's a bullet?
Bullets? Guns do exist in the world. They are just rare.
Well, he doesn't know. What is a bullet?
Oh, it's like there's this thing called a gun, and you put a bullet in it. I'm not a big bullet.
We'll talk about
gun
it later.
Man. Sorry, Your Majesty. Kilkaroth is both confused and amused.
Okay, well, we might as well, since he bowed. I do like a really quick, elegant bow. And, well, Judea, don't you want to join in?
Kilkaroth is chuckling.
So?
You're making it awkward. Come on, you're the only one that hasn't bowed.
In any case, this is sort of my informant for information on how not to promptly die.
Yes?
Well, wasn't quite planning on having our actions result in his house blowing up and him losing his position in the city and whatnot.
That is quite unfortunate.
But here we are.
Oh, by the way, have you seen the golden thing? The golden armor.
Oh! And Francesca speaks up. Can I have because once you become queen of the new Brad Bisa, can I have a new really cool house with a chocolate fountain? The queen hesitates, raising an eyebrow. Is this what you wish, Jadir?
Yes, I want as my prize a chocolate fountain.
And a house for Franchester.
Yes. Up somewhere to house him.
Done.
And are you aware of the things that he gets up to?
Oh, yes. Very much. He's told many tales to us.
And this continued operations, according to his means, is fine with you?
We've made him swear not to summon anything or bring harm to anyone else. His studies, he has assured us, are purely for intellectual and knowledge purposes. It's...
tries his best to just maintain composure.
It's always good to learn more about
see.
things that can hurt us. Really, he's keeping us safe. Franchester looks at you, like, giving you the look, and he's like, yeah!
I just kind of look around. Well, I guess it's back to the duo then. He's gonna stay here.
Speaking of the two of you, before you leave, the Oracle wishes to see you.
For what purpose?
She said that she knew that the two of you would come here, and that this would be her last chance to speak with you.
That sounds very ominous.
Oh, by the hells. Fine. Suppose I need to rest somewhere too.
Yes,
Okay. Oracle.
Before you go, the two of you have been instrumental in our rise and reclaiming of the city. We're planning on leading ourselves back up through the pipeline. There's a secret entrance to the upper ring that the humans don't know about. Have they broken into the upper ring? And do they plan on doing so?
Well, we know that they plan to do so. Quite a lot of them.
At this point, I have no... What's up with that wall, anyway? Can I keep them out?
The wall of the upper
I
ring?
have no idea.
I think that the doors themselves will stay closed, but they'll likely bring ladders eventually.
But yeah, on the side note of that, I've always been concerned about this because, well, there's a couple of people in the world that are capable of spell casting. It kind of points at Judir and other such things.
Yes, I am familiar.
Yes, the royals, do they not have any royal wizards of any sorts that should perhaps be a big worry?
In the human culture?
Well, yes, the guys that are currently getting sieged by their own people.
I have heard that sorcery runs in the blood of several of them, yes. I'm not sure how that will pan out, but...
How do you guys suppose that you're going to take them on? Because that sounds very dangerous.
Well, at first, they're going to have to deal with the swarm of people at their gates, which will likely deal a great amount of war and bloodshed between their own people. And afterwards, we'll clean up. Sorcerers will likely be slain.
Judir, quick, sorry, before I ask him, when are you planning to attack? Is it anytime soon?
Probably tomorrow evening.
Oh, is that within 8 hours?
No, it's about 3 in the morning.
Darn. I've kind of used all the spell circles that I had.
Will you come with us?
Why do you... Is there a need at this point?
I can just heal.
What the heck?
Every man helps.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the thing. We've kind of gotten ourselves in a situation of no return. If we just sit there, we might as well at this point. There's so many people in front of us. Even if we can't do much, we at least can do something.
I suppose it's an opportunity to spread the word of Jeremiah Kingsley if he leads an attack.
Jeremiah who?
It's just no matter.
All right. If you wish,
Where's
you
this
may stay
oracle?
here.
What about this?
For
We
a
go-
time, maybe.
We go talk to the whole. What's the one that wants to speak to us? The prophet?
The
The
Oracle.
oracle. The oracle.
Yes.
Sorry, I always get those mixed up.
You may find her that way.
Yes.
And she gestures out to her right, and there is a kind of a draped curtain covering another room.
We'll be right back. I hope. He says with a slight concerned look on his face.
I have to pee, so I'll be right. It'll be like a minute.
I'll get some coffee as well.
Fuck it, I'll get coffee.
Are you guys going to see the Oracle?
Yeah.
Or did you want to keep talking to Kilgroth?
That was our plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is one guard at the front of the curtain who stops Franchester and says, "Only the two may pass." Franchester is very upset with this and makes audible complaint, but eventually gives up. And the two of you push open the red drapes and enter a dark room lit only by a large circle of candles. Within this circle is an albino dragonborn with milky white eyes glazed over, and she sits cross-legged, looking directly forward. She appears not to see you, rather looking straight past you. Hello.
Hello?
Good evening.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Where's my manners? Good evening. To you. Is it a female one or a male one, by the way?
Appears to be a female.
Good evening, madam.
It has been a long time leading to this moment. The two of you have come very far.
Yes, we possibly have. Depends on your perspective. Really, from where I stand, I just learned that you wanted to speak to us now, and so we did.
She smiles. Funny how that works.
I'm really bad with this mystical stuff thing. Just as an FYI.
You get used to it. It's really... Sorry.
Wait, that happens often to you?
Yes.
How on earth do you deal with that? That must be so frustrating.
I commonly speak to Raksasha. What the fuck do you... Sorry. You had a point. What rambling?
Oh, yeah. Apologies. That was quite a bit rude. So you wanted to speak to us, and we were told that this would be the only opportunity, or the last one, and...
Yes.
Which feels a bit ominous.
This will be our first and last meeting in the Cauldron of Time. The fingers of fate have compelled me to deliver one final prophecy before my own destiny claims me. The branches of time are like a raging river. To look into the future is to place yourself within that furious current, and to risk losing yourself in its embrace. Our paths have crossed by no accident, and now our fates are inescapably linked. I know not what awaits you yet, but I sense an aura about your destiny that may have unimaginably large consequences upon the world. You may have already even altered the course of history more than once, which she says with a smile.
Excuse... Have we done that much damage?
Alright, is any of that, actionable?
I wish to give my final prophecy to you.
Oh?
Wait, are you not concerned about, past might have done damage? I am very concerned about that. How did we change history? Other than the Dragonborn thing. Which technically was more...
She kind of just looks at you with a very confused... Are you alright?
I'm very confused. I'm bad with this mystical stuff.
Right, well, all of that is told in fire and flame,
No, I know of that, but she said about the past.
Not all are able to see the ripples of the stone that they throw.
Okay, you're just confusing me more.
We shall hear your prophecy.
Come, sit, children.
I'm not that young, I say as I sit down.
She holds out her arms as if to motion you to sit beside her.
Jadir will do so, kind of pushing aside his tail.
I will sit very awkwardly. Just like just sitting very awkward, like not really sure what I'm supposed to do.
She looks between the two of you and closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. And she says to you, breathe in. Feel the energy around you.
All right. I do as I'm told.
There.
Same.
Collect yourselves, and I will dive one last time into that river. She inhales deeply and then releases her breath, and you see her eyes open, glowing white. Each scale, in between each of her scales, you can now see a glowing radiance, as if her scales are purely some sort of armor beneath a blazing sun. She stands up and says to you,
The crimson look and his forsaken melody, a true bond undiscovered but destinies entwined, scales formed by their flesh, flames quenched by their hearts. As see a great burden upon their shoulders, one cannot triumph without the other. The gold will crumble before their quill, an opportunity for prosperity squandered by naivety or by wisdom. For an unlikely ally must be persuaded through laughter. For the void within will be chased by another. Beware one who consumes the fire to brighten its flame, their own flames not be extinguished by the engulfing darkness within its pale law. The claws will be torn, the chains will be shattered, scaled lines forever in parallel line with burning hatred. Blood and betrayal will soak their hearts before their task is done. A tenuous brotherhood, held together before the flame. Agony awaits to deliver another to their destiny. They will stand on the mountain, and the fury of 10,000 suns will wake once more.
and with that, the glow begins to fade from her body. The burning essence within her dwindling from the bottom up, slowly diminishing until the luminance drains from the scales beneath her face, where her eyes lose the glow that they had. The energy gathers and dissipates out of her mouth in a stream like smoke dispersing in the wind. Gently, the oracle sits back down and breathes out one last breath. She sits cross-legged before you, eyes closed and silent.
Did you have an idea that was the... I'm sorry. What?
I heard chain breaking. I listened to a lot of it.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. We will be taking our leave now.
He kind of waves in front. Hello?
She is silent and motionless.
You remember that ominous last time?
Faintly. Yes. Was that our fault?
I have no idea. Can someone come in here, please?
You yell out, but nobody enters.
What do we do?
Is she dead? Can I?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Oh yes, my forte.
I'll try to help. I'll help him.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have to roll
15.
it.
She appears to be dead.
Well, fuck.
All right. Well, the whole last thing. It's not our fault. All right.
Wait. Let's think about what she said for a moment.
Can we do the thinking not here?
Well, I'm a bit concerned what happens if we leave out.
I'm not. I'm concerned what happens if we stay here.
Okay, we'll then do that.
Deer takes a step outside.
You brush aside the curtain and exit the room. Francesca is dozed off, leaning up against the wall.
Is the guard, like, next to the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Did he hear about the whole ominous, like, oh, last time?
The guard does not appear to be like... I mean, are you talking to him?
Judea would say, your oracle is dead?
What?
Well,
She told us something and dropped dead.
She was glowing. The voice was...
He slowly pushes past you to pull open the curtain. And then close it. Kilkaroth! She's gone. Kilkaroth stands up and goes to the chamber. She opens up the curtain and goes inside.
I kind of look at her. I feel like this is a moment where they might want to be alone. We should maybe not be around.
Was this expected? Or I'm still very lost. Look, was this meant to happen this way?
Are we the bad guys? It really sounded like we were the bad guys there. Burning flames, breaking chain. I'm whispering this, by the way. I'm stage whispering.
You're stage whispering.
Well, yeah. Would you rather I do it like this? But yeah.
Sort of dropping that aside, not reacting to you directly, but addressing the sort of room at large. Was that meant to happen, or?
The only person other than Kilkaroth and the guard in this room is Francesca. The guard looks at you with just like this saddened look in his face. He's like, the Oracle is certainly an unusual one. Seems like something that might happen. Should she choose it? She was always talking about fate and destiny and how the end was inescapable. So, if she's gone, she saw it coming.
I just quick question. Why us? Don't get me wrong.
My
like,
guess
I'm
is as good as any.
Judea, you know more about this than I do. I travel the road and I perform.
I have no idea.
Oh, come on, you're the magic guy. You know all the magic
As are
stuff.
you.
I do tricks. I do tricks, healing, and stuff like that. I learned nits and nats on the road. I didn't study it. I learned it from an ant. I learned it from a tree spirit.
I don't even do that. I do smoke and mirrors and fire.
It's like, I feel like we might have gotten ourselves into a bit of a deep, very, very deep trouble.
Oh, all right. Regardless, the way I see it, I'm still dead regardless of whatever I do. So I might as well try to talk to the sleeping Franchester whenever he's up. Figure out what to do.
I honestly don't think prophecies are his forte.
No, but shards of some artifact are.
We were talking about that, but besides the point. He kind of looks at the guard. I'm guessing she wants to be alone with the Oracle?
She will likely take her time.
Okay.
They were very close.
My deepest condolences. I did not know that would end up like the... You know.
The Dragonborn guard looks down at his feet, kind of like holding back some emotion, and looks up at you and nods his head. It's not your fault.
All right, at the risk of sounding insensitive, we need some place to crash.
The queen has welcomed you to her chambers. Not literally her chambers, but her chambers is in the collective chambers.
I think we kind of figured that one.
All right, but where do we go? Who do we speak to? And does somebody care to babysit Franchester if there's a need for that?
I have to stay here, but just ask any of the Dragonborn in there, and they'll show you to an open room.
Is there a silence place? Because she told us a lot, and I need to... Well, usually I just talk casually to, well, cope with it.
There is a place for meditation.
Where it can be alone, by any chance? Because I kind of feel my usual coping measurement of talking casually to random people won't work. Which way is it?
Follow that route. And he points to off on the other side of the chamber. There is a carved into the hallway, or not into the hallway, but into the wall. There is this kind of circular hallway that bends off to the right.
All right. Once again, thank you very much. I will go into the room and I will try to calm down. And he just kind of heads off.
Jadir kind of looks vacantly around. All right, I'd be seeing you, and heads off.
The guard gives you a goodbye nod.
and sort of finds anybody who will direct him to a place to sleep, and he will just promptly try to forget about everything.
The one of the Dragonborn quickly direct you to the chambers, which is kind of this long hallway of silver doors, which open up into clean rooms. It has a bit of so the beds are very low to the ground, and the chambers themselves are scarcely decorated, but there is usually some form of religious symbol in most of them. Very minimalistic, but you have your room.
Juju just drops his gear and then just collapses.
Gerald, you're walking down this path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you follow this circular corridor all the way. It begins to open up into a bit of like a natural cave. So the kind of polished granite goes away, but in the middle of this cave is a kind of natural pool of water, which looks to be going. So there's 3 pools stacked up. So it goes. So there's a top pool, a middle pool, and a bottom pool, and the water is flowing from the top pool down to the middle pool, down to the bottom pool. But then the bottom pool is flowing up to the top pool against gravity, and there is a single tree growing in the middle of the bottom pool, and it looks to be like maybe like so it's like maybe 5 or 6 feet tall. It's not very big, but there is a large stone at the base of that pool, which looks to be a nice place to sit.
Yeah. Not really knowing how to meditate, he kind of just starts walking around in circles.
You're just walking around in circles around the pool.
No, like, there's a reason. There's a reason. He's just like walking and talking, basically. So he's like,
nice.
He's like, what do they mean by fire? Why the flame? Laugh? Is she talking about the mask? Chains? What? Chains? Judea, maybe? Flames? Judea? Flames, chains, Judea? And he's just like going around. Just like having like something similar to a nervous breakdown. But yeah, he's just doing that for a while. Unless he's interrupted.
No,
then he'll immediately stop.
You are absolutely not interrupted.
Yeah. He will do that until he starts feeling tired, and then he does the same thing as Jadir.
All right. You guys conk out and go to bed.
Woohoo! For nervous breakdowns.
And I think that's a great place to end the session.
I agree.
I agree.
Good fucking job, man.
Thank you.
That was really good.